All right, go ahead.
All right. First and foremost, we're going to give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's all praise to the Most High God, Yahweh. Only give him Yahushua. We call Jesus Christ. Israelites coming out here. We got this disgusting kingdom known as America, and you take deliverance to so-called black and Hispanics, Native Americans, right? True children of the Bible. True children of Israel according to the Bible, right? And what are we coming up on? We just got walking past the damn Christmas tree, and they got Thanksgiving coming up. So give me Proverbs 15:3. What's up? You got a question?
No, I'm just watching. Keep going.
Your father's nationality.
German.
German, right? So you'd be a so-called white. So how do you feel about what so-called white people have done to Native Americans in this country?
Not great.
Not great, right?
Yep.
So the Holocaust, right?
Yep.
Well, there's different schools of thought concerning what took place.
Yep.
But what we do know is there is reparations paid by the Germans to the so-called Jewish people, right?
Yep.
So knowing that your country paid reparations to the Jewish people, wouldn't it be right that America pays reparations, or some form of reparations, whether monetary or another way, to the people who it's afflicted for the past 500 years?
Yeah, that would make sense.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So what should it be?
That's not a question I can answer. I'm not an economic expert on that.
Give me Exodus 21:16. Right? Because I'm going to show you, do you believe in the Bible?
Yeah, for the most part.
For the most part. So there's certain things you do and don't believe?
So the only thing that I'm not really a believer in is the whole idea of faith. I believe in the teachings of the Bible and everything that, but the whole idea of believing in something that you don't know, like that there's always questions on whether or not they exist.
Okay, do you know the word belief goes back to, when you look at the etymology, it means to know, right? But let me show you, give me Exodus 21:16. This is what the Bible says should happen from what the so-called white people have done.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 16. And he that stealeth the man.
He that stealeth the man. We can agree that so-called black people were put on boats from the shores of West Africa and shipped to America, right? That's true, right? That's a fact, right? They were stolen. Go ahead.
And selleth him.
And they were brought here and sold, right? Excuse me, brother. 1 second. I'm gonna get with you too, right? But they were stolen and then sold, right? On auction blocks. Go ahead.
And selleth him, or if he be found in his hand.
And if he be found in his hand, we're in America today, aren't we? Right? Go ahead.
He shall surely be put to death.
He shall be what?
Surely be put to death.
So forgiven.
Surely be put to death.
So according to the Bible, you so-called white people are supposed to be put to death. That's right. Right. So how do you feel about that? Is that a part of the Bible you believe in?
I'm not saying that everybody's actions are just or right in any way, but I don't think anybody just deserves to die. Nobody, no matter what their race or religion.
Really? Jimmy Joe?
Nobody deserves to die.
Nobody deserves. What about a pedophile? They deserve to die?
They deserve to get punished for what they did. Nobody deserves to die.
Nobody deserves to. So you said you believe in the Bible. Does the Bible say certain people deserve to die?
Nobody deserves to die. People deserve to be punished for their actions.
Bible. Does the Bible, not your opinion, does the Bible say certain people deserve to die?
Based on the verse, you're correct.
Yes, they do. So you said, you see how backwards you so-called white people are. Here it is, you claim to believe in the Bible. Then when we bring out the tenets of the Bible, now it's, I don't know, nobody deserves to die. Right? But here it is, we just substantiate with the Bible, your ass deserves to die.
That's right.
Here it is, you can't just go around the four corners of planet Earth and rape, rob, and murder everybody and think nothing's going to happen. How many millions of people how many hundreds of millions of people do you think you Caucasians are? And you don't think that every action has an equal and opposite reaction? What's up, bro?
Can I ask you a question? And I hear where you come from, and best believe, I'm with all my brothers, no matter race, nation, or creed. But I got a question for you. This is a white man, right? Who did he kill?
Who did he kill? Give me Joe 29:6. It's not about who he killed, right? Let me give you an
I'm asking.
No, actually, hold on. No, I got a great point. It's not about who I killed, but why are you putting me responsible for what other people did?
I'm going to show you why. Now, I'm going to show you why, right? I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to give you an analogy. Go ahead.
This is Job chapter 21, verse 19. The Most High, God layeth up his iniquity for his children.
So God laid up the iniquity of your fathers for you. The same way, if you go to dinner with your great grandfather, right, and he walks out, and and the tab comes back, you gotta pay it.
Yep.
You gotta pay it, right?
Yep.
Are you gonna complain and say, well, I
So
mean,
what were the sins of your people?
yes, we pay for the sins of our people. For
Do
sure.
you
That's why we're in
even-
captivity.
Okay.
Yeah, limitations.
Okay. So who were the kings and queens before the kings and queens that reign now?
What are you talking about? In terms of,
The
who, of our
kings and
people or in
queens,
the earth?
the kings and queens before and what you would speak of,
Uh-huh.
because I'm with you, but I'm also further beyond you. So, the kings and queens, oh, you don't think so? The kings and queens, who were the kings and queens before the kings and queens that reign now?
What do you mean, kings and queens reigning now? What do you mean, like presidents and dictators?
Correct.
Like that?
You're saying your stance is that we should be taking things back, right?
Right.
So before, were we the kings and queens?
Absolutely.
Then
What
who
kings
were
and
our
princesses
slaves?
were? Huh?
Then who were our slaves?
Who were our slaves?
Yes.
At one point, you had various peoples were our slaves.
So
Under
did
King
we
David, we
treat-
had Edomites as slaves.
Did we treat our slaves right?
Right? We treated them according
Did
to
we?
the Bible. We treated them according, right according
Is
to the
that
Bible.
is that what
What's
we
your
did?
definition of right, though? See, because that's subjective. If we're
Is
going to
that
the
what
Bible,
we did?
hold on,
How
real
do
quick.
you not know that what's going on right now is to pay back for the sins of your father and my father?
Hold on. Get Zachariah. Get Zachariah. And listen, brother. Listen, here's what you fail to realize. Are you talking about kings and queens like Africa, right?
Correct.
Okay, when did Africans have white people in slavery?
Do you know?
Hold on, no, I'm asking you. Because you're talking about it as if it's a fact. So tell me when that happened.
Do you know what a slave is?
Of course I know what a slave is. Come
So-
on. Let's not play a game here. When did
Let's not play any
Africans
game.
have white people in slavery? Can you tell me?
That's a good question.
That's a very good question. When did we
Because you're
have
the one that
slaves?
came here and insinuated
When
it.
did we have slaves? Period.
Africans did have slaves. Of
Correct.
other African tribes. That certainly occurred.
So now, when we had slaves
Uh-huh.
and became slaves,
Uh-huh.
whose fault was that? On our own people or somebody else's people?
Hold on. Is it our fault that white people piled human beings? Hold on, listen.
You
Piled,
saying it's
hold
his
on,
fault?
listen. Piled human beings.
You're saying
You're not
he's
listening.
speaking-
You're not listening. Did we make
I
white
see
people
exactly
pile
what
us?
he's
Hold
saying.
on, hold on. Did we make white people pile us like cargo on boats? Bring us to the other side of the world.
Did
Show
white
them,
people
listen,
do
I'm
that?
not- Did they do it? Did they
Did
do it?
white people-
Hold on,
white
hold on.
people-
Did they do
yes,
it?
they
Did
did
they
that.
do it?
Did white people
Hold on.
do that?
Did they do that?
Did this white man do
Hold on.
that?
You said did white
You
people?
want me to study the
that's-
ways of
that's
our
not his
Lord,
point.
Hold on,
and
hold
you're
on.
doing the exact
What-
same thing.
What are you talking about?
You can't fight
Hold on.
fire with fire.
You do not even know what the topic of conversation is.
You don't even know who Jesus was.
I don't know who Jesus was.
No.
He ain't that white boy on your neck.
Right. This man has dreads.
That man has
This is
dreads.
going-
This
That's
man
really-
has
Hold on.
dreads.
So Christ had dreads.
You guys
This
you
man-
guys-
Christ had dreads.
This man-
Christ had dreads.
this man
Who is
has
that?
dreads.
Who's on your neck?
Jesus.
Who is that? That's Jesus.
Yeah.
That was his name.
Yeah. Do you want to know what his name was before that? I want this to show me.
Hold on. You have to understand something, right?
No, you don't understand.
No, you don't understand
What
how
do
to
I
have a
understand?
civilized conversation with
What
your
do I-
own brother. That's what you don't understand
So-
right now. Because you're over
so
here screaming
tell
over
me-
me. You can't even
tell
have a
me
back
how-
and forth
tell me
dialogue.
how
You weren't
that-
talking to him like that.
Tell me how
Hold on, listen,
Zechariah.
I'm reading the Bible. So can you at least have enough decency for the word of
Oh, I got
God
respect
to
for the
quiet
Lord.
your mouth? Thank you. Read.
This is the book of Zechariah,
Uh-huh.
chapter 1, verse 15.
Read on.
And I am very sore displeased with the heathen.
God is mad at the heathen. You know who heathens are?
Who are the heathen?
Non-Israelites. Read.
That are at ease.
Hold on. Oh, yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Okay,
How does it not?
you
How does
live-
it not? How does
because
it not?
What country are you
Read that.
living in now?
With-
What
at
country are you
ease.
living in?
Hold on. What country did Israelites live in?
Israel.
Acts 2:5. Acts 2:5.
What country are you living
Hold
in
on,
now?
hold on, brother.
If there was a
brother,
let me ask
no,
you
no, no,
something. No, don't keep
you just
cutting me
asked,
off.
No, you just asked me something, and I'm answering what you just said. So we have to deal with one point at a time.
I'm asking
who
you.
raised you? Who
I'm-
raised you?
I'm- God
Who
did.
raised you?
God?
certainly didn't raise you to be
God did raise
disrespectful.
you.
I know that.
You don't know what you're talking about. You have
Chapter
no
2 and
idea
verse
what
5.
So
you're
you
talking
have no
about.
idea what you're talking about.
No, you don't.
And you only came up here with a cake for that white man so he can give you a quarter.
That's
why
right.
You came up here. all right?
Okay.
Read
Who
that.
was
Read
Jesus?
that.
Who was
Read
Jesus
that.
This book of
before
Acts,
Jesus?
chapter
was
2,
Jesus?
verse 5.
Read.
And there were dwelling at Jerusalem
Uh-huh.
Jews.
Jews, Israelites, read.
what?
Hold on,
You a
hold
Jew?
on, hold on. First off,
Are you a
can
Jew?
you listen?
Are you
Can
a
you
Jew?
listen?
Are
Can
you
you
a
listen?
Jewish?
Hold on.
Are
Can
you
you
Jewish?
listen?
Are
Is
you
there
an
a bone in your?
Israelite?
Who taught you how to
I'm
act like this?
speaking with
Who
you.
taught you how to act like this? You're
And
not
I-
speaking with me. You've been trying to yell over me and yell over the word
No,
of God.
because
That
you're-
will not be tolerated
No.
here.
Right.
It will not be
No.
tolerated.
Hey,
So
what
read.
won't be
Acts 2 and
tolerated
5.
Uh-huh.
And
is
they were
what
doing
y'all
at
doing.
Jerusalem.
You think
Jews,
you getting in the gate turning
devout men,
people down?
out of every
You ain't
nation,
turning
Out of
nobody
out
down.
of every
Out of
nation,
just Israel.
out of every nation,
Out of every nation. Read.
under heaven.
So Jews live in Israel. Okay, so you're
Okay.
wrong there.
Who-
Next point.
who
Let's go
said-
back to
who
Zechariah
said
1.
that only Jews live
You
there?
just said that.
No, I did
Zechariah
not.
1.
It's the book of
You don't know
Zechariah,
what you're
chapter
talking
1, verse 15.
Uh-huh.
You
And I
trying
am
to
very
block
sure
people
displeased
out of
with
the
the
kingdom of
heathen.
heaven, and you gonna be the only one that don't go.
How can I block people from the kingdom
You
of heaven?
can't.
How
That's
can
the
I?
point.
All right, so then why are you
That's
telling
my
me I'm
point.
trying to do it? Something that I cannot do.
Walk
There
away
it is.
from the Bible.
For
How
I
are you
was-
doing the
Hold
right
on,
thing?
hold on, let me ask you a question.
No, don't ask
let me
me
ask you,
no
let me ask
more
you a
questions,
question.
'cause you
Don't you
don't
have to
know
have
what the
faith?
fuck you
Don't you have to
talking
have
about.
faith to
You
make
don't-
the kingdom?
No,
Don't you
nigga.
have to have
You
faith?
only have to
Don't you
have
have to have
Jesus
faith?
through the
You
way
have to have
of
faith
God.
in Jesus, though, right?
Period.
You have to have faith
None
in
of what
Jesus.
you
Do you
talking
have to
about
have
is
faith
relevant.
in Jesus?
Nothing
Do
of what
you
you're
have to
talking
have?
about
Okay.
is
So
relevant.
do I have to have faith in
It's
Jesus,
irrelevant.
brother? Do I have to
Jesus
have
used
faith?
to be loose.
Okay. Give me that. Give me that. No. Do I have to have faith in Jesus to
Jesus
make it
used
to
to
heaven?
be Lucifer.
Do I have to have faith in Jesus?
Jesus used
Oh
to
my
be
God,
Lucifer.
Jesus!
You
This
don't
dude
know
is
what
crazy.
you
You just came on here for a cape for a white man for a
That's
quarter, man.
right. That's
That's
right.
all you're
You
worth.
don't even
That's
know
madness.
Jesus
Who got
used to
Ecclesiastes
be.
7? Read.
Where does it say that Jesus
Give me
came down?
Ecclesiastes 7. Who got it?
That's what I thought.
Ecclesiastes 7
You
and
don't know
7.
what
You don't know a damn thing. That's why you out here asking
shit.
white people for
You don't
quarters,
know
man.
shit.
All right, because you don't know
You don't
shit.
know
All right,
shit.
read that.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad,
Reason why he's not mad is because he's not wise. Read on.
and the gift destroyeth the heart.
The gift that destroyed his heart. He literally sold out for this white man for 1 quarter. Didn't he come up here? He asked you for a quarter, right? Then he walked over to that white man in hopes of getting a quarter for him, and he put on a cake and tried to save him for 25 cents with a picture of George Washington on it that had slaves.
That's right.
That had a mouth full of teeth he stole out of slaves. This man is out of here, right? So read that. Read that.
Do you not
Book
get
of
that?
Zechariah, chapter 1, verse 15.
The kingdom is within. Go ahead.
And I am very sore displeased with the heathen
Read on.
that are at ease.
Right.
For I was but a little displeased, and they have borne the affliction.
God was mad at us, and what they did to us made him even more angry. He was mad at us, so he caused us to suffer punishment, but what they did was unjustifiable. Piling human beings on boats like their cargo is unjustifiable by every stretch of the imagination. Raping little children is unjustifiable by every stretch of the imagination. Taking pregnant women and cutting their children out. First, a man was just lynched 2 weeks ago in the United States of America. 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. What are you talking about? It's two different topics. No, I'm not. Read that.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 12. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven.
He said, I'm trying to put people out of the kingdom. Well, let's read about the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven, what?
The kingdom of heaven suffereth violence.
How does the kingdom of heaven suffer violence? How does that happen?
How?
How? Tell
How?
me. Tell me.
You tell me.
Because you don't know, right?
No, I know way more than you.
Okay, so tell me how the kingdom of heaven suffers violence.
You tell me how a white man is not going to get into
Hold on,
heaven.
tell me
but you
how.
are.
So first off, when did
No,
I
you
say?
tell me.
When did I say a white man was not going to get into
Okay,
heaven?
you tell
That's
me
not what
what
I'm.
that
That's
white
not.
man did to you.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay, so
That's not what I'm talking
asking
about.
you your
Read
point.
that.
Nah, I'm
And the
asking you your
violent-
point. Stop
What
running
you
away
are?
from
What? No,
the point.
no, brother. What you
Stop
are is a
running.
damn
Stop
fool.
running.
What you are?
Stop
Why
being
don't you go
scared.
beg somebody
Stop
for
running.
another quarter, man? When you gonna get your quarter? When you gonna get your quarter?
When
Read.
you gonna get your life?
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 12.
Bring it
And
on!
from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence.
How was the kingdom of heaven suffering violence
You said
during that
it's an
time?
American.
Oh, it was the Romans,
You're
right?
an American.
What color are the Romans? Oh, those are white people. White people.
If the
Read.
Bible was to
And
make
the
another
violent
Bible,
take it
where
by
would you
force.
be from? You're not
And
an
the violent
Israelite.
take it by force.
And the what?
And the violent
You're
take
from
it by
America.
force.
Okay, so the violent take it by
Stupid
force.
nigga.
So if the
You're
violent take it by
stupid.
force,
This
oh,
is
I'm not an
not
Israelite.
Israel.
Am I a
This
nigga?
is
Am I a
America.
nigga? Am I a nigga?
You're-
You just called me a
this is
stupid nigga,
America.
right? Acts 13 and 1.
This is
So it said
America.
the violence take the kingdom kingdom of heaven by force. So how did the violent take the kingdom of heaven by force?
Where are you
Can you
speaking
tell
from
me?
now?
Can you tell
Are
me?
you in Israel?
Acts 13 and 1.
Are you
Read.
in
This is the book of Acts.
So he
Is
said,
this
I'm not. He
Israel?
said, he
Is
said,
this
he said,
Israel?
dumb nigga, you're not an Israelite.
Are you
Well, let's see if the
in
Israelite
Israel?
are called niggas in the Bible.
Are
Read.
you
This is
in
the book of Acts, chapter 13 and 1. Now
what
there
I
were
thought. You're
in
not
the
gonna
church,
answer.
there was at Antioch certain prophets
from
and
Israel.
teachers
He's
as
from
Barnabas
America.
and Simeon that were called nigger.
They were called what?
They were called
So
nigger.
that's what the Israelites are called. So you just called me a nigga proves I'm an Israelite.
That's
Feel me?
right.
But you don't know a damn thing, man. All right? What does that mean? Other Israelites in America? How do you know I haven't seen Israel? How do you know I haven't seen Israel? How do you know where I'm from? Why don't you tell me? You just made a definitive statement about me. You just made a definitive statement about me that you don't know. Out here begging people for fucking quarters, but you don't come up here like you're some type of damn scholar. You don't know a goddamn thing, all right? Why don't you go beg a white boy for a quarter since they're your goddamn savior and since you want to do everything for him? Read that.
Oh, so that makes you right.
Book of Acts, chapter 13 and 1.
What does it make you right that you want to save white people? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the point.
So let me ask you, why are you out here begging people for
You're
quarters?
not gonna.
Brother, why are you out here begging people for quarters? Can you tell me?
You want me to tell you?
Please.
Pass the mic.
No, I'll turn the mic off. I'll turn the mic off.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You want to know why?
Uh-huh.
Because I need a quarter.
Why?
What difference is
Why
that
do you
make?
need a quarter?
Because I need a quarter.
What are you gonna do with the quarter?
I'm gonna get on a bus.
Why do you have to ask people for money to get on the bus? Why don't you have any?
Because I don't have any right now.
Why not? What's your economic disposition that you don't have any money right now?
I'm in a transition of moving.
You're in a transition of moving.
Yeah.
Why are you in the transition of moving to the point where you have no money?
Keep asking questions, but where are these questions going?
Maybe I can help. Hold on.
specific
Maybe I
questions.
can help you. Maybe I can help you.
Well, what are you saying, bro?
Hold on, but I'm asking you certain. The Bible tells me to give to a godly man. So maybe I'm asking you questions for a
How
purpose.
do you
So
know
just
you're not
answer-
talking to God right now?
Because I know I'm not.
You know you're not?
I know I'm not.
Are you sure about
Because
it?
everything you say is against the Bible. So I know you're not God. I know that for certain.
So it says, so now that you asked me questions,
Go ahead.
now are you ready to answer some questions?
No, first off, we got to go back to your initial point.
We
We got to go back to your initial point. What is the kingdom of heaven? What is the kingdom of heaven? Can you tell me? You talked about the kingdom of heaven. What is it?
I'm not answering.
Look,
no more.
okay, then you can take your ass up the street and go beg another white boy for a quarter. I don't know what to tell you. I
Oh, okay.
don't know what to tell you
So that-
because you're not going to
so
tell
that
me you're not
answers
answering any questions.
I
All
just
right?
answered
Hold on.
your
Hold on. You're dropping your change, brother. I know you spent time asking people for that, so you should pick it
So
up.
this is the godly way. to
Oh
act.
my God, man.
This is the godly
Oh, it's
way.
not. Give me Isaiah 28. What you got? Go ahead.
God, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 9. Then shall they be.
Look, what you need, man?
You don't
What you
need
need? What you need?
I don't
What you need?
nothing from
What
you.
you need? Go ahead, man. Get up the street.
I'll take this.
Go ahead. Now,
I'm
please
like-
go. Now go.
like this.
Can you go?
Nah.
Can you go? Can you
have
go?
it back if it's like
Can you
that,
go?
huh?
Please go.
Listen.
I gave you that so you can go and get the hell out of here because you ain't talking about a goddamn thing.
Right.
Give me that, especially the circumcision,
You're
please.
right. I'm not talking about
You're not talking about a goddamn thing. All right, you're not talking about a goddamn thing. So please get out of here. So please get out of here.
Right.
Please get out of
You
here.
talking about a goddamn.
No, what I'm talking about is the Holy Bible. I'm talking about the only thing holy. You're not talking about anything. So look, you ain't got to beg no white boy for no 25 cents. I just gave you some money. So go get on the bus and do whatever you got to do. Go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra 9 and 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case,
A pitiful case. Read.
which now
You're pitiful. Read.
which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments.
That's what you will dwell in torments for this because you're despitefully casting away the word of God. Certainly. For you are despitefully casting away the word of God that we're reading.
You just told me to leave.
Yes, I'm telling you to leave. You know why I'm telling you to leave? Because, man, you do not care about the word of God. We're out here teaching the word of God. So get up the street. Plain and simple. Give me that special day of the circumcision. Who got what I need? Read that. Hold on. Do not step on my sign. Do not step on that sign. Read.
To walk away.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 1, verse 10. For there are many unruly and vain talkers
It's him, an unruly and vain talker. Read.
and deceivers.
And a deceiver. You're an unruly and you're a vain talker and you're a deceiver because you've lied on God several times since you've been here. Read.
Especially they of the circumcision.
That's you, especially of our people, you're going to have unruly and vain talkers. It's that simple. It's that simple. Look, for a quarter, he went and put a cape on for a white man. I give this nigga $10 and he still can't have enough respect for us.
He just
Imagine
gave me the
that.
money to
Read.
walk away. I'm still
Whose
here.
mouths
Who's
must be
they?
stopped.
Me or him?
Who subvert whole houses.
That's your problem. Your mouth must be stopped. The things that you're saying are damnable heresies, man.
Right.
Damnable heresies. What you got? Read that.
This is Jeremiah 2:25. Withhold thy foot from being unshod, and thy throat from thirst.
What?
But thou saidest,
What does he say?
there is no hope.
There's no hope. You know why you're hopeless, brother? I'm going to tell you why you're hopeless and pitiful. Read.
No, for I have loved strangers.
For what?
I have loved strangers.
Because you love strangers, man. That's your problem. You're right. You're right. And the Bible's condemning those that love strangers. Are you listening? Read it again.
This is Jeremiah 2:25. Withhold thy foot from being unshod, and thy throat from thirst. But thou saidest, there is no hope.
Why is there no hope?
No, for I have loved strangers.
Because you love strangers, that's why there's no hope. See, that's what the Christian church, that's what the Christian church teaches you. They hate when you quote the Bible. They hate the word of God. John 6:63. Yes, yes. Yes, you're over here begging people for quarters, talking about somebody looking stupid. Talking about, I'm not trying to buy my way into heaven, all right? And listen, and thanks to me, you can buy your ass on the damn bus and go and keep loving white people. All right? Ridiculous. Read that.
This is the book of John, chapter 6, verse 63. It is the spirit that quickeneth. It is the spirit that quickeneth. The flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit.
So what we're speaking is spirit. What we're speaking is spirit. He's rejecting the Holy Spirit, which is what our people have always done. Acts 7, which is what our people have always done. Read.
And they are life.
And they are what?
And they are life.
So he says they can quote the Bible all they want, downplaying quoting the Bible because he don't know a damn verse in this Bible, right? And there's a reason for that. He don't know anything in this Bible. That's why he downplays people who know it and quote it. The same way every damn white boy loving Christian does. Read.
This is 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 4. He is proud, knowing nothing,
Forgive our
but doting
trespasses
about
as we
questions
forgive
and
those
strife
who
of
trespass
blood, whereof
against
cometh envy, strife, railings.
From the top, from the top.
He is proud, knowing nothing.
He is what?
Proud, knowing nothing, but doting about questions and strifes of words, whereof cometh envy, strife, railings, and evil surmisings.
See that? Summarized very plainly and beautifully in the
About
Bible.
yourself,
All right, I know. Go ahead.
Perverse disputings of men of corrupt mind.
You have a corrupt mind. That's what you have. A corrupt mind.
Bring it on!
That's what you
Bring it
have,
on!
man. Read.
And destitute of the truth.
You're destitute of the truth. That's what you have. No. You're not asking any questions up here. We're done talking to you. You're destitute of the truth. You're a reprobate mind. Read.
No. You're
Supposing that gain is godliness.
Read on.
God didn't
From
create white
such
people.
withdraw
so he can
thyself.
condemn
When did I say God made a mistake?
You just said that these white people are not going to become in the kingdom of heaven.
When did I say that? I've
what
never,
are you
listen,
saying?
I've never said
What is your
that.
point?
See, but if you would have shut up 20 minutes ago, you would have understood the point.
Right.
But now it's too late. Read.
No, it's never too late. That's how you know you're
Perverse
wrong. You're
disputings
stupid
of-
Well, listen, you can call me a stupid motherfucker and love the people who raped, robbed, murdered, and lynched your people all you want. I don't
love
care.
everybody.
That's fine.
Unconditional
And you know what that makes you? A
Unconditional
stupid
love.
motherfucker.
Right.
Read.
Jesus has unconditional love.
Go ahead.
Don't listen to
Perverse
this stupid
disputings
motherfucker.
of men of corrupt minds.
This nigga is the type of
Destitute
nigga that
of the
you
truth.
wanna
You're
play.
destitute of the truth.
9/11.
Read on.
Supposing
You actually think Muslims? You actually think Muslims got in planes and blew that up? No, the white boy that you goddamn loved and worship did it.
That's right.
supposing that gain is godliness.
Damn.
We're obsessed with yourself.
John, so we're not dealing with this dude. Give me that. He that is a heretic, please. Read on.
This is 2 Maccabees chapter 4 verse 15. Not setting by the honor of their fathers, but liking the glory of the Grecians best of all.
That's him. He loves white people best of all. Read on.
By reason whereof sore calamity came upon
And
you.
that's why we're in this hell right now. Because Negroes like you can't let go of your master. Read.
God don't
For
make
they
no mistake.
had them to be
You the type
their
of person
enemies
that
and
God don't
avengers,
mistake.
whose
God don't
custom
make
they
mistakes,
followed
bro.
so earnestly.
The white man gonna keep oppressing you and giving you hell because you
Guess
love them
what?
so much.
A white
Because
man-
they know
That's
they
right.
can.
Is
They
gonna
know they
smile
can.
on his way to
Read.
heaven while you
And
stand there.
and unto whom they desire to be like in all
You
things.
hear that? He's an American. He desire to be like them in all things. Read on.
That's it.
Okay, so like, you got what I need, please? Go ahead, man.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 3, verse 10. A man that is an heretic, after the first and second admonition, reject.
Why? Because you angry.
That's why we're rejecting you, because you're a heretic, man. You're already rejected. You're already rejected, man. What are you talking about? I can't just reject you.
You can't reject me out the kingdom of heaven.
Well, I didn't say out of the kingdom of heaven. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Nobody out the kingdom of heaven.
When did I say I rejected anyone out of the kingdom? When did I say that? See, that's your problem. You don't even know the Kool-Aid.
No, you
You don't even know the Kool-Aid, bro. You don't know the flavor, bro. You have no idea what we're talking about here. And that's the problem. Read that.
This is Titus chapter 1, verse 12. One of themselves, even a prophet of their own, said, the Christians are always liars, evil beasts.
That's you, a liar and an evil beast. That's who you are.
That's
a
right.
liar and an evil beast.
That's right.
Read on.
Liars, evil beasts, slow bellies.
That's you. You got a slow belly. That's why you can't understand the words of God in the Bible, man. All right, read on.
This witness is true. Wherefore,
Hey, listen, ain't nothing worse than arguing with a vagabond. You know why? Because he don't got nowhere to go and he don't got nothing to do. So he can argue all day because he ain't gonna do nothing but walk up these damn streets and ask people for change anyway. Right? Read.
I'm gonna jump to verse 16. It says, they profess that they know God, but in works they deny him.
You deny God in your works. You deny God in your works, brother. That's fine, but you deny God in your works. Name me one law of God you keep. Name me one law of God that you keep. Yes, I certainly did. I certainly did. Read.
God, but in works they deny him, being abominable.
You're what?
Abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate.
Reprobate to all the good works of the laws of God. That's what you're reprobate on. Oh, okay. What law of God do you keep?
Where's your church at?
What law of God do you keep?
Church at?
Oh, where's my church
Where's
at?
your people
Acts
at?
7. Acts
Where's
7.
your following at? You leading
Read.
these niggas.
This is Acts 7:38. Yeah. This is he that was in the church in the wilderness.
Oh, no. No. Yeah, he's got to make you understand. No, have your own understanding. Your understanding.
Does the Bible say, what does the Bible say about leaning on your own understanding? But what? You're not supposed to, right? But you just told him to have his own understanding. Stupid motherfucker. Read.
Acts 7:48. Howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as saith the prophet.
God does not dwell in temples made with hands. Not in temples made with hands, but you just asked me where my church is. In me. That's where. Read.
So now
You got a legion of demons on you.
Right.
Read.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish.
Is what?
It's foolish.
That's the problem. This dude is foolish. Read it from the top.
For my people is foolish.
One of my people.
Foolish.
One of my people.
Foolish.
One of my people.
Foolish.
What is this, brother?
Foolish.
Read.
They have not known me.
Right, you have not known God. It's that simple. You have not known God. Read.
They are Sodom's children. They are Sodom's children.
That's what he is. He's a sottish church. You know what sottish? Who knows what sottish means? It means stupid. This brother is stupid. Read. Well, he gonna call somebody a stupid motherfucker, right? The Bible literally calls you stupid. Read.
And they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil.
They are what?
Wise to do evil.
Or what?
But to do good, they have no knowledge.
He has no knowledge of the good of the Bible. He has not spoken it yet. He don't know a damn thing. Right? Like so many of our people. But when he sees brothers assembling and doing righteous, what we gotta do? Follow him and everybody go beg for change to get on the goddamn bus? That's madness, man. That's absolutely madness. What the hell do you got our people to? But this is the problem. But when you tell our people, when you question the white man on the wickedness of his people, this is what a so-called black man will do. This is crazy, man. It's crazy. But you get messed with this much opposition for speaking out about the atrocities committed against your people. It is insane. But our people have Stockholm syndrome, man. That's the problem. It's a literal psychological disorder that you have to respond to asking a white man questions about the sins of his people about. We didn't tell him, oh, listen, white boy, bow down and we're going to wrap a damn chain around your neck. But he's on here, came to save the damn day. Man, for a quarter. Read.
This is Sirach 19:23. There is a wickedness and the same an abomination, and there is a fool wanting in wisdom.
That's right. That's him. The fool wanting in wisdom. Read. Listen, we're not reading nothing that you want to do. We're not answering none of your questions.
'Cause you
You're
an
done.
evil person.
Read.
It's the book of Proverbs,
You need
chapter
devil
1, verse
in a blue
22.
jacket.
How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
You simple as hell, man, and you love simplicity.
You don't know
Read.
nothing.
And the scorners
You
delight in their scorning.
Why can't you quote the Bible the way we do?
Because the only thing you do is go and check little excerpts out of little excerpts.
Is that wrong? Is that wrong?
Yes, that's wrong.
Isaiah 28, please.
Yeah, that's wrong.
God, man.
Yeah, that's wrong.
You're too easy, bro.
No,
Way
you're
too easy.
Because look at what you're doing. You're skipping.
All I'm doing
You're
is
skipping.
reading the Bible
No,
the
you're
way the
skipping.
Bible tells me to read it. Let's
you're
find
not.
out. Read.
No, you're
Book
not.
of Isaiah, chapter 28, verse 10. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line. Here a little and there a
How
little.
does the Bible tell you to read it?
Here a little and there a little.
So I read the Bible how the Bible tells me to do it.
Right. No, you don't.
Read it again.
No, you
It's the
don't.
book of Isaiah, chapter 28,
I'm
verse
listening.
10.
Yeah.
For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line
you
upon
know what a
line,
precept
line
is?
upon line.
It's a law.
Do you
Read.
know what a
Here,
precept is?
Precept means law.
So you're skipping
Here
precepts.
a
you
little
stupid
and
motherfucker.
there a little.
Keep listening.
You're skipping
Listening is an
precepts.
art.
You're
And I can
skipping
tell
precepts.
by the way you walk up
I
the
can
street begging
tell
for quarters
you don't know
that you
what the
do
fuck
not
you
know how to
doing.
listen.
That's
Read.
stupid.
Here a little and there a little.
What?
Here a little and there a little.
Here a little and
the
there a
same
little. Here a little and
You're
there a little.
skipping laws.
How can I
You're
go?
going from
How
the
can I
Old
go here a
Testament
little and there
to
a
the
little
New
and not do
Testament,
what you're
to
saying?
the Old
Read it
Testament,
again, please.
to the New
For
Testament,
precept
to the
must
Old
be upon
Testament.
precept,
You don't know what-
precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line. Here a little and there a little.
So I just read the Bible how the Bible tells me to read it, right? But a coon, you know, they have a problem understanding it, you know. And Stockholm syndrome is one of the various medical disorders that brother has, I'm sure. You know, when you see our people out here, 9 times out of 10, when you see our people out here in the state of a vagabond, right, in homelessness, 9 times out of 10 is because they have a mental disorder. That's why. Because you mean to tell me you ain't got no auntie, no cousin, no girl, your mama, your dad. There's just nobody who's gonna let you come stay with them, right? There's nobody in the earth, right? But I didn't understand this until I start interacting more with our people who's affected with homelessness, and you start to find out that all of these people got something wrong with them. And it got to a point where maybe their loved ones just didn't want to deal with it no damn more, or they were refusing medication. That's 9 times out of 10. You can tell that's why he acted like that, right? But did all that because he walked up to Soldier Bajala, asking for a quarter. Of course, brother ain't have it, right? So then he walked up to Esau, didn't like how we were talking to Esau, who he was going to ask for a quarter. The reason why he couldn't get a word out and ask for a quarter because Officer Asai had him locked into a damn conversation. You see what I'm saying? So then here he come with the cape on, hoping he was going to get a quarter out of it. Didn't. Listen, talked all that, still gave him more money than any one of these devils is going to do out here, man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But our people, man, for the love of that devil, bro, there's no end. They're not going to stop, right? But go ahead, Officer Select. You can turn the mic on. But see, that's why we're bringing it out. Yeah, nigga act like that.
I can give it up for All right, hey, who just got back from Mass? Which one of y'all just got back from Mass? Hold that up, bro. Give me some. Hold up. Who just worshiped this image right here? Did you worship that image? Y'all bow down to this image? All right, we see these crackers coming back from Mass, worshiping this image, the same image that was used to try to prove that we can enslave, that they can enslave our people. But give me Isaiah 43:4 real quick, right? Because that brother, that Uncle Tom, that just came up here, he's talking about he wants to save every damn body, and he wants to save, he wants to love white, he wants to love the Muslims. But he started naming all these people. Then he named dumbass. Don't you understand? Anybody can be a Muslim.
He said Muslim like that, like an Arab Muslim.
Right? But give me Isaiah 43:4. Because here you have it, you want to save everybody, but the Most High is not going to save everybody. And we're going to read, not only does he not want to save everybody, but for the nation of Israel's sake, he'll kill other people. So give me Isaiah 43:4.
Now, this book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 4. Since thou wast precious in my sight.
Who was precious in the sight of the Most High God? You so-called blasphemous man in there. You are precious in the sight of the Most High God. Go ahead.
Thou hast been honorable. And I have loved thee.
And I what?
Loved thee.
Yeah, he loves us. He don't love you so-called white. What's there to love about this so-called white?
That's right.
That's right. What's there to love about this guy? He can't even walk right. Go ahead.
Therefore will I give men for thee.
Will I do what?
Therefore will I give men for thee.
Will I do what?
Therefore will I give men for
So
thee,
he's going to give men for us. Go ahead.
and people for thy life.
For thy what?
And people for thy life.
For thy what?
For thy life.
So we just read in the Bible that God is going to kill people, give people for our life.
That's right.
But he loves every damn body. Give me Psalm 5 and 5. Let me show you who he don't love. God don't love sinners. Who's the chief sinner on the earth, the so-called white man is.
Bring it out.
But also, give me, drop that. Give me John 8:44.
sinners.
No, he doesn't love sinners.
So why did he lay his life down for our sins?
Hold on. Give me Psalm 5 and 5. Bring it out.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 5, verse 5.
Uh-huh.
The foolish shall not stand in thy sight.
Uh-huh. That's why he had to get up the damn street. Go ahead.
Thou hatest all workers of iniquity.
Now what?
Thou hatest all workers of iniquity.
No, he loves everybody.
Thou hatest all workers of iniquity.
God hates all workers of iniquity,
So you
Negro,
don't-
and that's what the hell you are. You're
so
a
you
worker
don't-
of iniquity.
so you don't
Give me
sin.
John 8:44.
So you don't
Give me John
sin.
8:44.
You don't sin?
No, I don't.
You don't sin?
No.
You're sinning now.
No, I'm not. Prove I'm sitting right now.
You want me to prove
Prove
that?
it. Yes.
You want me to prove that
Yes.
you're sinning now?
Prove it right now.
And how many ways are you sinning right
No, I need you to give me one.
now? You want me to give you one?
Yes.
Right now,
Right now.
you're reading the Bible. And
Yes.
everybody's not there.
That's not a. What? Yeah, that makes you an idiot. That'll make me a sinner. What the hell's wrong with you? Because wisdom's not. Right. Well,
Did you just hear
what
what I
does
said?
Scripture say about
Did you just
wisdom
hear
and
what
a
I
fool?
said?
Wisdom's not coming for a fool. Or wisdom's too
right.
high for a fool, so of course you're not going to listen. You don't know a goddamn thing.
Bring it out.
You've never known a
So-
goddamn
so-
thing. What's your nationality?
So-
Are you
so-
black? Are you
so-
black?
So you're preaching.
Hold on, are you black?
So
Let me ask you
you're
that.
preaching what you're preaching in vain.
How am I preaching in vain?
You're preaching what you're preaching in vain.
How many people are watching this right now?
I show
Are we live?
151.
151, right? So how do you know that it's asking everybody that's watching, are we preaching in vain? They seem to be getting edified. Just because your short ass
No,
don't
but
know a
you-
goddamn thing, don't mean we're teaching in
there's
vain.
medicine.
All right, give me that sentiment of a baser sort. Give me that axe of a baser sort.
And you got the
What
Bible.
does cuss mean?
That's not
What does
a
cuss
sin.
mean?
Is ass in the
We
Bible?
we
Is ass in
gotta
the
we gotta
Bible?
know.
Is ass in the Bible?
Hold on. Is ass in the
Oh,
Bible?
yes.
Is
Is it-
ass in the
is it?
Bible? What is an ass?
You know, I just asked you.
Exactly. That's a curse word. That's a curse word. I'm not a donkey.
Acts 17:5.
I'm a man.
Give me Acts 17:5.
I'm
Let
a
me
man.
show you what this Negro is right here, man.
Bring it
I don't
on.
know anything.
Oh, now
He's an
we-
idiot.
now
He's a
we not
fool.
sinning.
He's a midget,
Now
an
we not
intellectual
sinning.
midget. But let me show you what he is. Acts 17:5. Acts 17:5 for this Tyrone Biggums wannabe, man. Acts 17:5.
He just said he would have sex with somebody else. You're what? He just
You're an adulterer, nigga. You're an adulterer.
Are you married?
Hold on. You just said you
Are
have
you
sex.
married?
Hold on, man.
Are you
just,
married?
hold on,
Y'all
man.
niggas keep
Hold
telling me,
man.
hold on.
Give me Acts
Oh,
17:5.
I just said I'll fucking girl.
Acts chapter
And he
17
said
verse
he's married.
5.
Read it loud.
But the Jews which believe not.
He don't believe. He don't believe. He
I
don't
don't
know a
believe
goddamn
what?
thing. He believes in this crack right here. Hold him up, bro. Let's show him who your God is. This is your God. Go ahead.
But the Jews which believe not moved with envy.
Yeah, he's envious, man. He's envious in all things. Go ahead.
Took unto them certain lewd fellows.
Certain what?
Lewd
What
fellows.
is this, man?
Lewd
Go
fellows.
ahead.
Of the baser sort.
Of the what?
Baser
Of the
sort. Of the baser
what?
sort.
You're of the baser sort, and that's
Nigga,
twofold.
you in
Because
the
you
gay
couldn't even
group.
listen. You're too short to
This is
ride
a
on the
gay
back
group.
half the rides at
This is a
Disneyland,
gay group.
and you're an
This
intellectual
nigga's got
dummy, man. That's what you are. Go
155
ahead.
followers, nigga.
And gathered a
On
company.
live.
and
If
set
I was
up
to
a
go
city
live
on
right
an
now,
uproar.
Yeah, and that's what you're trying to cause an uproar.
I don't have a phone.
Hey, don't worry about it,
I don't have a
bro.
phone.
Give me
I don't have
give
a
me Leviticus
phone.
20 and 10. Now give me Leviticus 20 and 10. All right, go ahead, go
It's the
ahead.
book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 10. And the man that committed adultery with another man's wife,
Go ahead.
even he that
You not
committed
even married,
adultery
nigga.
with the neighbor's wife,
Shall be what?
the adulterer and the adulteress shall be put to death.
Shall be what?
Put to
Shall
death.
be what?
Put to death.
This Negro name?
Put to
You
death.
need to repent or die, Negro. That's
That's
what the hell
right.
you need.
Oh, but wait. I thought nobody sinned.
No, I don't sin.
Nigga, please.
You
Shut the fuck up, nigga. You just
sin.
said like
You just said
9
you wanted
times.
to commit adultery.
Nigga, you just
give me
sinned
all
9
the,
times.
adultery.
This nigga said he don't sin.
Give me what you
What's the point of Jesus Christ if you don't sin, you stupid
Go ahead, yeah.
This book of Psalms,
You a
chapter
dumb.
7, verse
This
11.
nigga dumb as shit.
God judges
You
the
dumb
righteous.
as you
God
look.
judges the
You
righteous.
ugly
And God is
motherfucker.
angry with the
Ugly
wicked
as
every
fuck.
day.
He's what?
Angry with the wicked every day.
How does he feel about this dude?
Angry at you,
Angry with
stupid
the wicked
motherfucker.
every
You
day.
don't sin.
Hold on, everybody, hold on.
You don't
Hold on.
sin.
Watch
You
this.
don't
Are you
sin.
God? Are
You
you
don't
God? Are
sin.
you God?
I am stupid.
Yeah. You're God?
You
So
don't sin.
God needs a
You
quarter.
don't sin.
Why don't you make a quarter?
God was, you know how long God was homeless? You stupid motherfucker.
God was homeless?
Yeah.
The Bible says heaven and earth is my footstool, but he's homeless? Oh, Jesus is God? Yeah, Jersey had 30,000 shekels, Negro. You don't know a goddamn thing.
I don't know.
No, you don't know a goddamn thing.
Jesus fed the homeless.
So, okay, what is that? Okay, so he's not. So that means he's not. Well, we gave you money. We had to give you money.
Okay, so what does that have to do
So
with
we gotta give God money? Why? He made money. We gotta give him money though. Give me, what you got? We gotta give.
Who said
This is Book of Psalms, chapter 7, verse 11.
But you
Says,
don't sin.
God judgeth the righteous, and God is angry with the wicked every day.
He's angry with you every day, right? But this nigga want to claim to be God. Give me 1 Corinthians 8:6. Yes. Give me Matthew 5. Give me Matthew 5.
What are you doing here?
I'm teaching Negroes like you so you can become perfect one day. That's what I'm
You
doing.
ain't never gonna be.
Oh, okay. I mean, says you who wants to love every goddamn body, but I'm imperfect. I'm imperfect. Go ahead.
Right?
Right, a perfect adulterer.
So you never sin in life.
Look, I don't sin.
You don't sin.
I do not sin.
How do you not sin?
By not
Jesus-
transgressing the laws of
when
God.
Jesus- when Jesus died for our sins.
Okay.
So you don't need Jesus.
I don't sin. I don't sin. I'm telling you, I don't sin. That's what I'm telling you. I don't sin. Listen, I'm saying I don't sin. Right? So what you
You
got?
don't need Jesus.
Go ahead.
This is Book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 48.
Oh, do you love Jesus? Do you love Jesus? Okay. You want this is when you say Jesus, you mean this guy. You mean this cracker right here. All right, go ahead.
Dude, is
Be
that
ye perfect.
Be what?
Be ye therefore perfect.
Be ye what?
Therefore perfect.
I thought nobody was perfect. Read it again.
Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father, which is in heaven, is perfect.
This is a commandment of Christ to be perfect.
ye perfect?
Yes, be perfect. Give me Job 1. Job 1. Give me Luke 1.
Become perfect. Not
Okay,
that you
I become
You are
perfect.
not perfect.
But how are you gonna be perfect? How are you perfect and you don't even have a by dying?
Die to become perfect, you stupid motherfucker. This is the world of
No, I know what happened. He overdosed on some heroin and got resuscitated. He died and seen the light and came back. This nigga out of his damn mind. Go
He
ahead.
can live in hell and be
Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness.
This brother is what?
Madness.
It's madness. It's madness,
Okay,
huh?
so look.
And blindness.
And what?
And blindness.
You need Romans 10:11. Go ahead.
So look.
And an astonishment of heart.
Yeah, astonishment of heart. This brother has completely lost his mind. He don't know what the hell's going on.
You
He's
know
bugged
what
out.
makes you
He's
perfect?
bugged the hell out. Give me Job the first chapter, right?
This
Oh no,
nigga
what you
thinks
got?
he's perfect.
Romans. Give me Romans,
He
right?
think he's Jesus.
Yeah, give me
How
what
is
you
he
got.
not?
This is insanity,
He
man.
just cussed in front of the Bible.
What does cuss mean? What does cuss mean?
Christianity,
What is
All the motherfuckers.
so you proclaim it boldly. You just love to sin.
that's Christianity.
I said,
So you don't feel bad about
In the
it.
Bible.
of course. And
So
then-
why do you keep doing it?
And then I repent.
So you repent for cursing just now.
Christianity has killed it.
Do you repent for saying you wanted to have sex with my wife?
I will later.
Oh, he will later. He will later now.
If you want to hold hands right now, we'll
No,
go
brother,
right
let me
now.
tell you something. I don't
Exactly.
want to hold hands with you, brother. Give me, listen.
Exactly. So how in the hell
What you got?
are you
Job?
doing God's work?
Job 1.
You doing the opposite.
Yeah,
You doing
it's
the
right there.
devil's work.
Go ahead.
This nigga
Come on, this is the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 1. There was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job.
God
And that man was perfect.
It was what?
Was perfect.
Was what?
Perfect.
So Job was perfect. And then what you got? You got, go ahead.
This is 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 21, verse 61. Let your heart therefore be perfect.
Be what?
Be perfect.
No, we can't be perfect.
Let your heart therefore be perfect.
What does that mean? I'm gonna ask you. You're a biblical scholar now, right? Go ahead. What does it mean?
Let me ask you something.
No, answer the question.
Let me ask you
Answer the
something.
question. What you got?
Let me
Go ahead.
ask
Go
you
ahead.
something.
Sirach 25:2. 3 sorts of men my soul hated. And I am greatly offended at their life. A poor man that is proud.
A what?
A poor man that is proud.
He's a what?
A poor man that is
Oh,
proud.
you're a poor man that's proud, brother. You're proud. Go ahead.
How much
A rich man that is a liar, and an old adulterer that doted.
So you fit two requests. So you're double hated. You're hated twice. Yes. Yes. Well, by all you so-called white people, you're the devil, as the Bible says. That's right. All you so-called, you're going down, man. So go celebrate Thanksgiving. There's going to be a Thanksgiving in the kingdom of heaven when we slaughter you people.
That's right.
All right, you damn devils.
That's right.
So give me John 8:44.
So you think in your world, What you saying is it was wrong for us to kill, or them to kill us.
Yeah, give me.
So now you gonna kill them.
Give me Isaiah 14:21. All right, all you white folks that just left church, let me give y'all a good. Let me give y'all something. Give me Isaiah 14:21. Let's get Isaiah 14:21, man. Something is coming to y'all. All right, read.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 21. Prepare slaughter.
The Bible says prepare slaughter. Read.
Prepare slaughter for his children.
For who?
For his children.
For you, the children of the slave master, the murder,
That's
and you
right.
still murdering. Slaughter is prepared for you by God. Read.
For the iniquity of their father.
For the sins of your father, slaughter is prepared for you, so-called.
That's right.
Point blank period.
That they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
God said that you white people need to be exterminated. That's what he said. That's the solution, man. That's the solution. Read it again from the top.
Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers.
For the iniquity of their fathers. People raped, robbed, and murdered and got away with the greatest crimes in the history. Look, get it. Get that. Hold on, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Listen, the reason why I turned up on Esau, because I knew this was, I did this for this. I did this for this purpose. Right? So read.
Prepare slaughter for his children.
Get it, please get it. You know what's sad? Hold on. You know what's sad? When little black and Native American babies got ripped out of their mother's that was sad. When little black babies got fed to alligators, that was sad. Period. We ain't shaking hands. We ain't got a hand to shake. No, sir.
That's right.
Read.
Dead wrong.
Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their
For
fathers.
the iniquity of their fathers, slaughter is being prepared for their children, right? So give me that in Romans, please. What if some did not believe? Please, go ahead.
This is Romans chapter 3, verse 3. For what if some did not believe?
So what if some people like that brother who's mistaken, who has Stockholm syndrome, what if some didn't believe what we were saying? Then what?
God. Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect?
No, we're reading it in the Bible, so it's true. That's it. The Most High Yahweh, it's sent through His Son Yahweh Shai. This is the truth. It doesn't matter who don't believe it. This is the words in the book, period. Does that make it of none effect just because nobody want to believe it? Finish that.
God forbid.
That's right.
Yea, let God be true, but every man a liar.
So the words of this book is true, and the opinions and feelings and beliefs of personal individuals is a goddamn lie. Goddamn meaning God condemned. He condemned. Yahweh condemns this. Just because he wants to love you. See, all he needed was a nice hug. sweet white girl give him a nice hug, and now he can go up the street. Now he can go up the damn street. Right? Now he can sleep at night. That's all. He finally left. From getting love from white people was enough that he could go on throughout his day. That's madness, man. That's madness. Go ahead, Officer Slaughter.
Yeah, that dude's a goddamn coon, man. All right? The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks about.
That's right.
And that white whore, that woman, right? She's a devil too. Right? What you got?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 137 and 7.
Yeah, it was so sad. My little girl has to hear this. Well, let me tell you something. If you think that's bad, go ahead.
Remember, oh Lord, the children of Edom. Who? The children of Edom. Who? The children of Edom.
Who are the children of Edom? You so-called white people, and this crackhead too. All right, go ahead.
Skip down to verse 8.
Oh, I love seeing white crackheads, man. It makes my day.
Oh, daughter of Babylon.
Oh, what?
Oh, daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed.
Who are to be what?
Destroyed.
Americans to be what?
Destroyed.
You so-called white people are to be what?
Destroyed.
That's what's happening. That's what's gonna happen to America, man. All it's gonna get destroyed. And 2/3. Give me Zechariah 13:8. 2/3 of you so-called blacks and Hispanics are gonna die right along with the so-called white man in America. Because you want to give Lassie a hug. You want to give Sally a hug. Right. That's the same thing that happened with Emmett Till. And guess what? We can't ask him about it now. Why? Because y'all killed Emmett Till. Y'all murdered that man. Right? They beat him so bad you can't even recognize his face. And you think you so-called white people are going to go unpunished? Hell no, because God is just. Right? Go ahead.
Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us.
And how have you served us? Rape, robbery, and murder. Destruction and pillaging throughout the four corners of the planet to God's chosen people. So damn it, you do have to pay. 2-4. Go ahead.
Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little one, oh my little daughter, against the storm.
Against the what?
Against the storm.
No, it's a tea party.
Against the storm.
Everybody ebony and ivory.
Against the stones.
You're going to get dashed against the stones, man.
That's right.
All right? You're going to get dashed across the stones. Hey, excuse me, what's your nationality, man? What's your nationality? He just got back from Mass, worshiping this so-called white image. That's what he got back doing. All right, he'll go. If I was a white man, I guarantee he would have answered our question. See, look, they got the damn sheriff over here, right? They got the taskmasters. Give me Psalm the 10th chapter. All right, give me Psalm the 10th chapter, and then give me Zechariah the 13th chapter.
It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
And what?
Cut off and die.
What's going to happen to 2/3 of our people?
Cut off and die.
Shall be what?
Cut off and die.
Some of our people are going to die. Why? Because they want to be just like that Negro that came up here. I want to love everybody. I want to save everybody. I want to give Sally a damn hug. And Sally got the nerve to start crying. Listen, our brother's been talking about, we're going to have to force the so-called white man to not kill himself in the kingdom, man. Because if he can't endure us speaking rude to him, imagine what he's going to be trying to do in the kingdom. I mean, they're in their kingdom right now, and they're already committing suicide at a quick rate. Listen, I remember in grade school, I had this white woman come to school talking about she wanted to kill herself because her dad took her phone. Right, you see that? I'm like, you have a phone. You see what I'm saying? That's insane to me. So they're killing themselves over that. Imagine when they're getting a whip across their back. From can't see shit to sun up to can't see shit to sundown, man. All right? That's what's coming to you so-called white people. For what you have done to God's chosen people. Give me Amos. Give me Amos 2 and 8. Go ahead.
Cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein.
And Lord willing, we have that number, the 1/3 in the elect. Go ahead.
And I will bring the third part through the fire.
Right, and refine him as gold refined. That's it on that. Give me Amos. You got it? Yeah, I want the, he that touches you, touches the apple of my eye. Is that 3? That's Zechariah 2 and 8. Silaki. Zechariah 2 and 8. My bad. So give me Zechariah 2 and 8. Zechariah chapter 2, verse 8. You want a little passage, like right towards the back of the book. Right there. Go ahead.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 2, verse 8. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you.
Right, which spoiled. Give me Isaiah 30:11. Go ahead.
For he that touches you touches the apple of his eye.
Right, so you touch so-called blacks and Hispanics, you touch the apple of the eye of the Most High God. Right, which is what? Your reflection. So give me Isaiah 30:11.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 11. Get you out of the way. Turn aside out of the path. Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us.
Yeah, that's what our people say. That's what that Negro essentially was saying. Stop worshiping God in spirit and truth and worship this damn devil. Go ahead.
Wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because you despise this word and trust in oppression.
And what?
Trust in oppression.
And what?
Trust in oppression.
Our people what?
Trust in oppression.
Trust in oppression. He loves so-called white people. Yeah, I'm talking about you crackers, man. All right, you so-called white people taking a picture of the giant eye.
Talk about it's a dog.
Right, that's what they are. So-called white. All you so-called white people, I hope you all can hear this. You're all the devil the Bible speaks of. You're a dog, you're a vermin, you're a scoundrel. All right, go ahead.
And trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon. Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall.
Jeremiah 30:11. Hey, that's through the spirit that scripture got brought out though. Jeremiah 30:11. Go ahead.
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 1, verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing.
It is a what?
A righteous thing.
No, that's wicked.
A righteous thing.
Bygones be bygones.
Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
So now that begs the question, who's brought more tribulation than you so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans than the white man? Nobody. So it's going to be a righteous thing when the Most High God brings a full recompense back to you devils, man. And we're going to read that in the book of Jeremiah, the 30th chapter, in the 11th verse.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 11. For I am with thee, saith the Lord, to save thee.
To do what?
To save thee.
To do what?
To save thee.
You're going to save us. Who? You so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, the true children of God. All right, not you devils, not you so-called white people. Why would he save you? Look at it. He's smoking a cigarette. He's polluting the damn air. The earth needs to be saved from you damn devils. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Though I make a full end of all nations.
You will do what?
Make a full end of all nations.
Do what?
Make a full end of all nations.
So the Most High says he's going to make a full end of all nations, but
whither I have scattered thee.
So he scattered us. That's America. That includes America. So he's going to make a full end of this God-forsaken hellhole. Go ahead.
Yet will I not make a full end of thee.
Yeah, will I not what?
Make a full end of thee.
So the Bible literally just says he's going to make a full end to all the other countries. Give me Isaiah the 2nd chapter, but not going to make a full end of us. So what's he going to do? He's going to destroy it. He's going to destroy America, in which you love so much, right? He's going to destroy America. He's going to destroy Great Britain. He's going to destroy France. He's going to destroy Spain. He's going to destroy Portugal, man. And he's going to raise up the nation of Israel, pursuing Isaiah the 2nd chapter, man. That's what's coming. You want to talk about a revolution? That's what the revolution is. And it's forefronted by, yes, a black identity extremist, who you call Jesus Christ. Real name Yahushua.
That's right.
You thought Nat Turner was bad? Nat Turner ain't got a damn thing on Yahushua.
That's right.
You thought Malcolm X was bad? He ain't got nothing on Yahushua. Who you call Jesus Christ is the greatest black revolutionary to ever walk the face of the planet Earth, man. And he's coming back to kill, and he's coming back to save his so-called, or his people, man, and destroy you so-called white people.
That's right.
So go ahead.
In measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished.
Right, he's not going to leave us unpunished. Why? Because you got simple bird-brained Negroes like that dude that just came up, wanting to save every goddamn buddy. But meanwhile, listen, he's so focused on saving everybody, and he don't even have a damn quarter to ride the bus. Why don't you focus on getting you a damn quarter to ride the bus and want to save everybody? Right? Hey, excuse me, brother, what's your nationality? You forgot? He forgot. Give me Isaiah the 1st chapter. So you forgot. Let me remind you. Let me remind you. Come here, brother. Let me remind you who you are. Let me remind you who you are, right? Because you can't just walk down the street not knowing who the hell you are. Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doeth not know.
Israel don't know. He said you forgot. Right, it's the Bible. You believe in the Bible? Yes, sir, right? So what? Right, get them in a flyer, Baba Shah, right? So let me ask you something, my brother. What's your nationality on your father's side? My brother, what's your nationality on your father's side? Colombia, right? So give me Deuteronomy 33rd chapter, right? Right, so when you go into the Bible, you find out that the Colombians, North Central, South Americans come from the nation of Israel. Right, Colombians will come from the tribe of Asher. Now, when you go into the word Asher, it means happy in the Hebrew. When you look at, the BBC did which is a British broadcasting network, did a study around 2 years ago, and the happiest country was Colombia. You see that? That's how we can prove that according to the Bible, the Asherites are the modern day Colombians, right? So give me Deuteronomy 33 about Asher. Deuteronomy 33rd chapter about Asher. And read it when you got it. Deuteronomy 33, right there? Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33 and 1. And this is the blessing wherewith Moses, the man of the Most High, blessed the children of Israel before his death.
Right, so this is Moses. I'm sure you're familiar with Moses, right? So before his death, he blessed the children of Israel. So he's about to give a blessing to each tribe. How we can identify who each tribe is through these blessings, as well as various other things. So go ahead.
Verse 24. And of Asher, he said, let Asher be blessed with children. Let him be acceptable to his brethren, and let him dip his foot in oil.
Let him dip his foot in oil. And I believe it's Venezuela has the largest oil reserve in the Western Hemisphere. That's how we can see dip his foot in oil, right? Go ahead.
Thy shoes shall be iron and brass.
What does that mean? Iron and brass. When you go into Brazil, that's a Hebrew word, Ba'arazal. Brazil. And what does Brazil produce? It produces a lot of iron, right? Go ahead.
And as thy days, so shall thy strength be. There is none like unto, oh yeah, that's it.
That's it on that, right? So what you got to understand, brother, is according to the Bible, you're God's chosen people. And what comes along with being God's chosen people is you need to repent, keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and faith of who you call Jesus Christ, who don't look like this. Hold up, Caesar, Baba Bashar, right? You've been to church and you've seen this image in church before? Without the horns. Without the horns, right? So they teach you that this is Jesus, right? That this is Jesus. But does Jesus look like this, according to the Bible? We don't know, but the Bible tells you how he looks. Want me to show you? Give me Revelation. You don't want, right? So according to the Bible, Jesus looks like these brothers, right? He's dark skinned. He's not white. Yeah, that's what the Bible says. I'm gonna show you. Dark skinned. He's not El Blanco. No, he's not El Blanco. El Blanco is Diablo. Yeah, they lied to us, King. So get that.
Revelation chapter 1 verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man,
It's talking about Jesus Christ, the Son of Man. Go ahead.
clothed with a garment down to the foot.
So he had a long garment on, like this brother has right there. You see that? So Jesus Christ had a long garment on. Go ahead.
And girt about the patch with a golden girdle.
A girdle is like a belt. So he had a golden belt. Go ahead.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So I say he had white hair, but it was woolly. What texture is woolly? What kind of texture is that? Woolly. You ever pet a sheep before? What kind? It's like an afro kind of, right? Like nappy? Nappy, right? So it said he had white nappy hair. But what people have woolly hair on the earth? Black men and Hispanic people have woolly hair too. I know you probably have a Hispanic friends that got an afro, right? So this says he had an afro. Go ahead.
As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet,
And his what?
and his feet
Your feet are usually the same color as the rest of your body, right? Go ahead.
like unto fine brass.
Onto fine brass. So what color is brass? Brown, right? So it said his feet were brown. So if his feet are brown, the rest of his body's brown, right? Go ahead.
As if they burnt in a furnace.
Now, if you take that brass and you burn it in a furnace, now what color is it going to be? Even darker, right? So it said he had dark skin with woolly hair. What does that let you know? Now, he don't look like this image right here. Now, he looks like us. And we also got to understand is Hispanics, Native Americans, and so-called black people, we're all one family. We're all brothers and sisters. The so-called white men try to divide us. Give me Zephaniah 2:1. They try to divide us, right? These so-called white people, they try to play the divide and conquer game throughout black and Hispanic communities. But we know who we are now, and we're starting to wake up. Okay, we're starting to come together as it is written. So give me Zephaniah 2:1.
It's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Yeah, that's us, a nation not desired. Nobody wants to be a black man in America. Nobody wants to be an Hispanic man in America. They hate us. They kill us at the highest rate. Who gets the most abortions? Blacks and Hispanics. Who has the most drugs in our community? Blacks and Hispanics. Who's in the prison system the most? Blacks and Hispanics. You see that? We grow up in the same neighborhoods, but they teach us to hate each other. Because they know as soon as we come together, that's when they start to fall. When we start to rise, they start to fall. You see what I'm saying, brother? So we got to come together. Y'all got the flyers, right? All right, brother. All right, King. We're here every Saturday. All right, brother. Right? So that's what we're in the process of doing, coming back together as a nation. And you so-called white people, I bet you can't stand it. I bet you can't stand seeing blacks and Hispanics unified. I bet you in this, yeah, I'm talking to you. All right, bird brain. All you so-called white, you ain't nothing but a bunch of bird brains. You don't know a damn thing.
Right.
Here it is. You have access to all these colleges. You have access to all these sources. Give me out of the mouth of babes, right? Give me that. What you got? Go ahead.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 149, verse 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory.
And what?
In glory.
That's what we're going to be joyful in glory. Because here it is, we've been getting oppressed for 500 years. But the time of us getting oppressed is soon coming to an end. Pursuant to this Bible, pursuant to the prophecies written in this Bible, the nation of Israel's oppression in the land of the north, also known as America and Babylon and Egypt, is coming to an end. It's coming to a close. And that's why we see wickedness increasing in these latter days. That's why we see what Donald Trump is doing to the brothers on the border, right? Trying to kill them brothers. Just because they want to come into a country that doesn't even belong to you so-called white people. Right? Go ahead.
Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of God be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand.
What's in their hands?
A two-edged sword in their hand.
Oh, a cupcake.
A two-edged sword in their hand.
A treaty.
A two-edged sword in their hand.
To do what?
To execute vengeance.
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 That's what's going to happen, man. The time to execute vengeance is drawing nigh. Vengeance for what? Bloodshed, rape, robbery, and murder. Here, I just don't understand the unmitigated gall of you people. Thinking you can just go around and kill everybody. Kill everybody. Exterminate entire populations of not just people, but animals. Right? You talk about the buffalo. Where the buffalo are? They ain't exist. Why? Because you so-called white people did something called hunting for sport. When you look at the word sport in the etymology, it means fun or entertainment. So what does that mean? You kill for fun. Because give me Genesis 27. Hold that. Get Genesis 27. White people just kill because they think it's entertaining. It's a game. It's fun to them. Killing, that's not fun. Right? But guess what? Killing so-called white people is going to be fun. We're going to turn that into a sport. You want to kill everybody else and think that's a sport? Okay, we're going to turn you into a goddamn sport, man. Okay?
Go ahead.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen.
Upon who?
Upon the heathen.
Upon who?
Upon the heathen.
So that's what's going to happen to you so-called white people. You're going to get vengeance executed upon you for what you've done to God's chosen people. So get what you got.
Book of Genesis, chapter 27, and I'm going to start at verse 5. And Rebekah heard when Isaac spake to Esau his son, and Esau went to the field to hunt.
To do what?
To hunt.
To do what?
To hunt.
So-called white people, you love hunting, don't you? Let's go out and hunt. Go kill some elk. Right? I seen, and you know what they do? I seen this picture where they drink the blood too. They'll kill. I seen this little white girl. She ate the heart of a bear that she killed. Kind of sick, twisted. You crackers are crazy, man. Go ahead.
To hunt for venison and to bring it.
That's venison. That's elk right there. Go ahead.
And Rebekah spake unto Jacob. God, verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
Right, shall be fatness of the earth.
And of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword.
By thy what?
And by thy sword.
By thy what?
Sword.
By the sword, go ahead.
Shalt thou live.
That's how you so-called white people have gotten everything. By the sword. Go ahead. Dog walking the dog. Go ahead.
And by thy sword shalt thou live.
Because how did you so-called white people get America? How did you get Australia? How did you get South Africa? Why are you so-called white people even in these hot countries? You can barely survive damn San Diego. What the hell makes you think you can survive Australia? Excuse me, let me ask you a question. How did Europeans take control of America? Through what? You can't remember, so they don't even give a damn.
They don't know American history.
They don't care. Go ahead.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 12. Yeah. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood.
With what?
With blood.
With what?
With blood.
How was America built?
With blood.
So it said, woe unto those who build a town with blood. Go ahead.
Establish a city by iniquity.
By what?
Iniquity.
Yeah, rape, robbery, and murdering God's chosen people. If nothing else is. All right, for Jesus and practice like that. Go ahead. Let's go on that. Go back to what you had.
God, book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Right, and that goes into, because remember, King David had you so-called white people in slavery.
Right.
And under another king, I believe it was David, we pushed 10,000 of you off the damn cliff. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. That must have been a great day pushing you devils off the cliff.
That's right.
That's a day I look forward to.
We partied, huh?
Oh, that's a party. That's a party in the U.S. and a party in the UK. They try to. What'd she say? What'd she say?
She's singing that party rocking in the house
Party
tonight.
rocking in the house.
What we gonna be doing, huh? And I'll drink at your death too.
That's right. That's right. We're gonna drink to their death. Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 58, verse 10. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked.
We're gonna wash our feet in the blood of the wicked, Lord, when we get to see that day. We're gonna praise the Most High. Give me, hold that. Give me, don't hold it. Drop it. Give me Revelation 16:5.
That's right.
Okay, we're gonna rejoice when we see that. The angels are gonna rejoice. The whole earth is gonna rejoice. The Bible says the earth is at rest. The whole earth is gonna be at rest when you so-called white people are finally destroyed. That's right. You finally put in your rightful position as a damn bottom feeder. You're not even a bottom feeder. You feed off the bottom feeders, right? That's what this dude is. Another intellectual midget, most likely, right? What's up, man? You got a question or something?
Actually, I was going to see if I could just chop it.
No, not happening. How about this? We'll move as soon as you move back to the Kings of Europe.
I'm actually not one.
What are you? Spaniard?
No.
Mexican is indigenous or Spanish?
Not even a Russian.
Oh, you're indigenous. Okay, so
Native
what?
American.
Native American. What tribe? Comanche, right? So let me ask you something. Comanche ain't in Mexico?
No, they're in Oklahoma. They're in Oklahoma.
Okay.
So are you Mexican? You a Comanche?
Down to the Mexico border, but back before Texas was even a state.
Okay. So let me ask you something about the history of Mexico. How do you feel about the Spanish Inquisition? Yes, right? So what should be done because of it?
A lot of things I can't really talk about.
Because he's on the clock.
Right?
It might be all right. You know?
Yeah, man, it might be, you know? Let the wheat and the tear grow together, okay? But
What you want? Isaiah 10:8. I'm gonna read you a Bible. You read the Bible? No, you don't. Why not? You're a pagan. Okay, so how do you believe the earth came into existence?
It was created
By who?
by various gods and goddesses.
Okay, so you believe in the pantheon of gods?
Yes.
Specifically, which ones?
Let's see here.
Odin and stuff like that?
No, not Norse mythology.
Yeah, okay.
No, not Norse mythology.
Okay. So which guys do you believe in?
Not a Nazi.
What's
Not a
that?
Nazi.
Not a Nazi. They believe in Norse mythology.
Right. So which guys do you believe in? Is it the same gods?
Related to the other guys on the corner?
Or no, or is it like Egyptian or?
Not, well, I do believe in Ra, of course. I don't really follow it the way I should.
You believe it, right? But if you could follow it the way you should, would you?
Yeah.
So give me spell 700. Bible show. I was like, you got spell 700? I give you spell 700. So let me show you something about Egypt right? Because you know something called the hieroglyphs in Egypt. Yeah. Writings on the wall, things of that nature, right? What if I could show you a man on the hieroglyphs, and excuse how rude it's going to sound, right? Or how disgusting it may sound. What if I could show you on the walls of Egypt a man sucking his own fat?
I wouldn't be surprised if that would be.
You wouldn't be surprised. So knowing that, why do you still subscribe to these ideologies?
I haven't heard enough from that. I would follow it.
Right. So you're just so you follow a man that a god that sucks his own rod, and you're just waiting to hear something back.
Okay. So this is spell 700. Okay. And it says, this is Geb speaking. It says, his phallus is between the buttocks of his son and heir. That's spell 700.
Right. Book of the Dead, right?
Is it what?
Is it Book of the Dead?
Book of the Dead, yes, sir.
Right. So that's like his brother said, that's child molestation, that's homosexuality, that's pedophilia, all wrapped in one. So why, brother, would you subscribe to those teachings? Right? Now give me Psalm 10 and 11. I believe it's
Sorry you guys' time was wasted. Appreciate you guys.
People are talking, but it sounds like somebody's been watching the whole time and what the call was about didn't happen.
Oh wow. Surprise. Surprise. All right, appreciate it.
Just make sure to maintain a portion of the sidewalk.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
Y'all take care.
All right.
Because that's what they're complaining about.
All right.
That's all I care about.
All right, my man.
Voices are good.
All right.
Yes.
Appreciate it. Right?
Yep, gotta go back to work. Yeah.
Right, so go ahead.
Yeah, drop that Egyptology nonsense, man.
All right. Y'all take care, guys.
All right.
Good night.
It happens every time.
Psalms, the book of Psalms, chapter 10, verse 8.
Check the
He
prophet.
sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places doth he murder the innocent.
That's what the Dallas Police Department does.
Who
for? Yeah, I'm not worried about that at all. I don't want to worry about that whatsoever.
They
right?
know good damn thing be done.
Exactly.
And they can't even complain. I don't know if they can complain
The
about
mic is the mic residential
the
area.
mics, but this is not a residential.
Right.
Even though there's residents right here, this is not a residential area. And if they try, it's fine. Mike ain't on.
So, who remembers Amber Geiger? Huh? Y'all just forgot about Amber Geiger? And both them Shem John, y'all forgot about Jorge? We ain't forget.
Bring it on out.
All right, there they go. I seen it. There they go. Look, I seen it right up there. I seen it. Right, go ahead. I seen it.
His eyes are privily set against the poor.
They're what?
Set against the poor.
They're what?
His eyes are privily set against the poor.
Don't worry about them. Don't worry about these two crackers, man. All right? Lord willing, they fall out the damn window. Okay? That would be a beautiful thing in the earth. But their eyes are privily set against the poor. Here it is. We're the poorest people on earth. What are we doing to what? All we're doing is speaking out against oppression. And you want us to get removed off of the street corner. That's why you're going to get removed from off of the face of planet Earth.
That's right.
So go ahead.
You know they got new words over here. That's why he's seen something been watching. He's been watching. That's why he's looking at us the whole time.
Oh, he wants us to.
No, he doesn't want us to move. He's the one that said, I've been watching the whole time. Whatever the call is,
Verse 9.
yeah, no, but dude in the suit want us to move. We're talking about the actual police.
Verse 9. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth them
into his neck.
Yeah, that's what you so-called white people do. That's before. Start murdering innocent black people. Right? That's what you so-called white people do. Excuse me? Excuse me? What'd you say?
Peace, love, and joy.
Peace, love, and joy. So what is you so-called white people done to provide peace, love, and joy? Give me Jeremiah 6 and 14, huh? Peace, love, and joy. You sound like half a fact to me. You sound a little sweet. Sodomite. Right? Peace, love, and joy. That's what he wants to give. He wants to give love. That's on the left-hand side to a so-called black man. Okay? That's all the so-called white people. Give me, hold that. Give me, you got Sicarii 10 minutes left? Okay, hold that. Get that. Jeremiah 6 and 14.
This book of Jeremiah, chapter 6, verse 14. They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly, saying peace, peace.
Peace, love, joy, happiness. Go ahead.
When there is no peace.
There ain't no goddamn peace in America, man. Because blacks and Hispanics are getting murdered at a rapid rate. Ain't no damn peace.
That's right.
How the hell is there peace? I gotta worry about if a cracker cop gonna kick down my door and start murdering people. But we're in peace. Crackers got so much nerve, man. Go ahead, settle on that. All right, so give me Sicarii 10 and 5.
This is Sirach.
Get the root 4.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Yeah, because of what? Read it again.
Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit,
Because of what America has done and God's chosen people. Go ahead.
the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
So it's going to be translated back to the rightful heirs of the kingdom. Who is that? The nation of Israel. For what you have done, for the calamities that you have bestowed upon the world, and many times over. Is that on that? Okay, right, so bring out what you got.
This is book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 29. For he that hath brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy.
So what?
Bring you everlasting joy.
Right, so the Most High brought these plagues upon us, but He's going to bring us everlasting joy. Because there's a balance. The Most High God, give me Jeremiah 9 and 13. Go ahead.
Again, with your salvation. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem.
Oh, who?
O Jerusalem.
No, everybody.
O
The
Jerusalem.
whole world's going to rejoice.
O Jerusalem.
Go ahead.
For he that gave thee that name will comfort thee.
But what?
Will comfort thee.
He that gave thee that name, the Most High, will comfort us. And how is He going to do that? Go ahead.
Miserable are they that afflicted thee.
Miserable are they that what?
Afflicted thee.
What has America done?
Afflicted thee.
What has the so-called white man done?
Afflicted thee.
So they're miserable. Why are they miserable? Not because they feel bad, it was the wrong thing to do. Why are they miserable? Go ahead.
And rejoice at thy fall.
Right, they rejoice at our fall. Go ahead.
Miserable are the cities which thy children serve.
Right, miserable, which is America. Miserable are the cities which thy children serve. Why? Go ahead.
Miserable is she that received thy sons.
America. Go ahead.
For as she rejoiced at thy ruin,
For as she rejoiced at thy ruin,
and was glad of thy fall,
and was glad of our fall, of our calamity. Go ahead.
so shall she be grieved.
So shall she be grieved
for her own desolation.
for her own what?
Desolation.
Her own what?
Desolation.
What's coming to America?
Desolation.
That's what's coming to you, America. That's what's coming to you, so-called white people. That's what's coming to you, East Indians. That's what's coming to you, Coolies. All you other heathens, man. Desolation is coming to you.
That's right.
What you have done to God's chosen people, and it's only right. Keep going. Keep going.
Verse 34. For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude.
She's going to take away the rejoicing of their great multitude. That's the same thing you read in Revelation, right? America is going to be destroyed. Thus saith the Holy Bible. Go ahead.
And her pride.
And her what?
And her pride.
Hold that. Get Jeremiah 49. Go ahead.
Shall be turned into mourning.
Into what?
Into mourning.
Into what?
Into mourning.
Hold that. Get Luke 6 and 25. Their pride is going to be turned into mourning. How is that going to happen? Because they rejoice over our downfall. So when they see this destruction coming up to them, they're going to weep. They say, oh my God, why did we do this? Right? Get that.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 25. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger.
So ye shall hunger. America's full. I remember in school, we were doing a study. America has enough food and resources to feed the world, I want to say 4 times over. 4 times over. Right? You are full. Go ahead.
Woe unto you that are full.
They got in Vegas, right? Y'all know we were just in Vegas. In Vegas, they got this place with this, I want to say it's called like the Heart Attack Grill.
Yeah.
Right, where if you weigh over 350 pounds, you eat free.
Yep.
Wow. And the whole ideology of that whole restaurant is to come in and just get back, man. Right? You can take the same food and dispense it, right? Abroad to places that need food, you know what I mean? And can actually feed people. But instead, they reward you for being a glutton, for being obese, for being disgusting. But that's a metaphor for America.
Yeah, exactly. You see, America claims to be this vanguard for truth and righteousness and liberty. But you have the power to feed the world. Why don't you? If you're about loving everybody, and America's always interfering with the affairs of other nations.
And let me tell you something, right? In Haiti, right? They be giving us in Haiti, Levi, they give us plastic rice. America does. But we actually have the ability to produce our own rice. So in them giving us plastic aid rice, it actually cripples the rice industry on the island of Haiti, right? So the stuff that they're giving us is actually basically preventing us from being able to progress economically. You see what I'm saying? So even their gift is a goddamn curse.
That's right. And that's America, and that's why America must be destroyed. All their wickedness, and you want to go on a macro level in terms of enslavement, killing, rape, robbing, and murdering, but we can imagine the laundry list of America's crimes, how long it spans. I don't even know about the plastic rice.
So look, per individual. You know?
I mean, and then per individual, the white man's the devil, they're all the devil. Why? And it's time for you Negroes to get it through your thick ass skulls. Right, so what you got? Hold that, go back to Luke 6, finish that out.
Back in the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 25. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now.
Woe unto you that laugh now. You want to make a laughing stock of us, want to make fun of us. Woe unto you that laugh now for what?
For ye shall mourn and weep.
You're going to mourn and weep when the desolation comes. Now, give me Judith 16 and 17. All right, give me the book of Judith, chapter 16, verse 17. What's your hope?
I got Jeremiah 14.
Give me the pride and I just see. That's terribleness I just see. Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 16.
Hold that. Get where it talks about Edom first. Go ahead.
Also Edom.
No, start at the top. Then jump over.
Verse 7. Concerning Edom.
Concerning who?
Concerning Edom.
Concerning who?
Concerning Edom.
Who is Edom? Edom is modern day so-called white people, right? That's who the Edomites are. We figured it out. We've cracked the codes. It's not the Arab. Go ahead.
Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, its wisdom no more in Teman, its counsel perished from the prudent.
Right, because here it is, the so-called white man wants to put himself like he's just this intellectual genius. And they say, oh, Albert Einstein's the smartest person to ever live. Oh, who's that devil? It's Stephen Hawking, right? How the hell is he smart? He can't even talk. He looks retarded. He is retarded. But listen, that's how much of a white supremacist the so-called white man is. A retard is smarter than the so-called black man. A literal retard is supposedly smarter than us, right? But his wisdom coming off from T-Man, that dude didn't even know. I asked him earlier about the oppression of his people in America. He don't even know. 50 years ago, if I asked any so-called white person about what's going on in America, they'd know. Because they actually cared about their country. Now these crackers don't give a good goddamn, they just want to get drunk and high all day. Go ahead.
Is their wisdom banished? Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of the dead. Verse 16, thy terribleness hath deceived thee.
Yeah, thy terribleness, the so-called white man's terribleness hath deceived him. Because he's gone and dropped bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. He's won various wars and he's puffed up now. His terribleness has deceived him. That's why even going into Second Ezra, remember it says they're going to be scared, but yet there's fight. The so-called white man's going to have enough nerve, he's going to have the unmitigated gall to fight against the Son of the Most High God. All right, who you call Jesus Christ, really in the outshot. So y'all brothers, you got a question? If you begin to break down everything? You don't care about your heritage? You only care about the future, right? So let me ask you something. If you don't know about where you're from, how are you going to know where to go? That's right. You don't? You don't know, right? So when you want to start knowing, don't you care where you come from? Because you've been told you come from West Africa. What were we doing in West Africa? We're told we were just swinging from vines and throwing banana peels at each other, right? But when you go into the mysteries of the Bible, even in just basic secular history, we had kingdoms in West Africa. You had the Mali Empire. Mansa Musa, the richest man ever. But even prior to that, when we were in the nation of Israel, we had brothers like Solomon, the wisest king ever. We had the greatest, we served the Most High God. We had a beautiful temple, right? We're the most beautiful people. So knowing the history that we come from, why wouldn't you care about that? They tell you ain't nothing but a slave. Is that what you just want to accept? Oh, we just a bunch of niggas and we're slaves and now we're here? You know what I mean? don't care at all? Okay. Okay, so when you talk about the Taino people, they're very proud people, warlike people, right? They resisted the Spaniards, fought very diligently against the Spaniards. Aren't you proud of that history? No? You're not proud of anything? You don't care about who you are at all? You say yes. Yeah? Okay, all praises, right? So again, we got to go into this Bible and find out who we are, where we come from, in order to know where we're going. Because I understand you wanted to move, not necessarily just neglect what happened in the past and just move forward, but of course, we want to have our hindsight on the future, right? You see what I'm saying? So I understand that we've got to, again, know where we come from in order to know where we're going. Did you agree with that statement? Right, so the brother got a fly? Okay, go ahead.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6, verse 16.
Yeah.
Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old path.
Yeah, ask for the old path. The old path is what's going to lead us to the righteous path. Go ahead.
Where is the good way? And walk therein.
Right, that's what we got to do, King. You see what I'm saying? Now, of course, like I said earlier, you focus on the future. You want to, what's going to happen, right? But you got to find that old path in order to even have that conversation. If you don't even know who you are, how the hell are you going to teach other people what they need to know? You don't even know who you are. You see what I'm saying? Join the Marines. So this man joins the Marines. Give me Judith 16 and 17. Look at Judith in the Apocrypha, the 16th chapter, the 17th verse. Go ahead.
Read it.
Yeah.
All right, this book of Judith, chapter 16, verse 17.
Now you said you did join the military?
You got to get deployed.
So you're going to fight in a so-called white man's army. What do you say? Can you speak up a little bit, man?
He's saying, look.
Okay, you're going to fight in America's army. So you're going to fight in America's army? No? You're fighting for you. And what patch is going to be on your suit? What country is going to have the logo right there? I'm not asking if you care about it. I'm asking you what's going to be on there. America, the United States of America. So when someone looks at you, they're not going to say, oh, that's just him fighting for him. They're going to say, that's a United States Marine. Right. That's what they're going to identify you as. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to be literally wearing the same country that has raped, robbed, and murdered your people. You're going to be not only wearing their uniform, but fighting in their wars. Dying in, or forbid you die. I hope you don't go fight for them, possibly dying in their wars. Right? So let me give me that scripture, Judith 16 and 17, because the Bible is totally against that. The Bible is totally against fighting our enemies military.
All right, this book of Judith, chapter 16, verse 17. Woe to the nations.
Woe to the what?
The nations.
So the Bible says woe to the nations, not go join and fight with the nations.
That rise up against my kindred.
Right, so has America rose up and fought against your kindred, your people? You don't know? Did America enslave us? Did America rape, rob, and murder us? So it would be fair to say they fought against us, right? Right, so read it again.
Back in Judith, chapter 16, verse 17. Woe to the nations that rise up against my kindred.
Right, so woe to the nations that rose up against their kindred. That's clearly America rose up against us. Go ahead.
The Lord Almighty,
the Lord God, go ahead,
will take vengeance of them in the day of judgment and put a fire and worms in their flesh.
So the Bible says God's going to destroy America. So why would you fight for America when knowing God's going to destroy America? You don't care? You don't care? Give me Proverbs 21 and 16. Read Proverbs 21 and 16. Go ahead. Bring it up. You got it. Proverbs 21 and 16. I need you get Proverbs 21 and 16 and give me something 37. Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 21. Verse 16.
Proverbs 21:16.
Now, Proverbs chapter 21, verse 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding.
Yeah, he's wandering out of the way of understanding. You don't even know where the hell he is. When you want to talk about the future, how are you going to take a step forward? You don't even know where the hell you came from. You don't even know what's back behind you. That's like when you go and when people go and trek in Arctic region, right? And there's a bunch of snow, right? How do you track someone? By their footprints. So how you going to know how to get back to where you were from, right? And be able to track your footprints. Right? Go ahead.
The man that wandereth out of the way of
And
understanding
that's all people wandering out of the way of understanding. Don't know who the hell they are. Don't know where the hell they're going. Go ahead.
shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
So he's dead spiritually. And how, if he goes and fights in America's army, he's going to be dead physically. Give me Isaiah 13:15. Let's bring on to God.
It's the book of Isaiah. Ezekiel. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, verse 5. Thus saith the Lord God unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you.
He will cause what?
Breath to enter into you.
Who are the dry bones? The children of Israel. Hold that. Get it. Wisdom of Solomon 7:28. Okay, so he's going to cause breath to enter into the dry bones, the children of Israel, right? A dog walking two dogs. Imagine that. Where's Michael Vick when you need it? Right. I'm not talking for the canines.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Wisdom of Solomon 7:24.
Okay, it's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 24. For wisdom.
For what?
For wisdom.
For what?
For wisdom. It's more moving than any motion. She passeth and goeth through all the things by reason of her pureness. For she is the breath.
It's the what?
It's the breath.
It's the what?
It's the breath of the power of God.
So go back to Ezekiel 37. Because it said he's going to cause a breath to come back into the children of Israel. What's the breath? The wisdom. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Thus saith the Lord God unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you.
So he's going to have that wisdom come back into you. That wisdom of knowing who you are. That wisdom of knowing where you come from. That wisdom of knowing what you need to do in order to serve the Most High God in righteousness. Okay, go ahead.
And ye shall live.
And you shall what?
And ye shall live.
You shall what?
You shall live.
Right, because our people aren't alive right now. That brother that came up here, you think he's alive? His day, his night was just made over a white woman, the most disgusting creature on the earth, giving him a hug. Right? And guess what? He probably got damn fleas on him right now. Man, you need to take a damn bath, huh? Okay, you hug a white woman, you're susceptible to, what are those damn commercials that they tell you at the end? If you, Viagra, you take Viagra, you're susceptible, they start naming all these diseases. Adverse reaction. If you ever call a doctor immediately. That's what you should do if you side effects. The side effects. There's a bunch of side effects to held in the so-called whiteness. And the cheap one is death. That's right, getting murdered. Oh, I thought he had a gun. It's always something. I asked for a hug. He broke me. You know me. Took a wallet. Right. You see that? The white man's the devil. So is the white woman. The white child, the white infant, the white fetus, the white seed, the white iota, the white molecule. Go ahead.
And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin.
Right, that's it on that. That's what we're doing here, right? Teaching our people to try to wake them back up so they can live again. So give me Isaiah 13:15, because that brother, see, that's crazy. We had a brother, two brothers, they're both dead spiritually. One of them is, Lord forbid, he's going to die physically, possibly. Right, so go ahead.
In this book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through.
Let me ask you a question. Do you love your country? Do you love America? Do you love America? You see that? You're not a patriot, man. You're unpatriotic. You're supposed to be in Texas. Aren't you Republicans supposed to be, what is it? You right-wing Republicans supposed to love your country? Where's an American that loves his damn country? Trump's in office. Ain't he enabled you to start speaking the truth now? Come on, man. Y'all been hiding. Obama was in office for 8 years. Y'all kind of, I don't like it. I go behind an anonymous keyboard. I hate you, nigga. Now you just do it openly on your Facebook. When Trump won. As soon as Trump won, you shut down the anonymous profile, and honey, we're going back to the main page. Right? That's how they're doing it. But they're so sneaky, these so-called white people are. They're still, oh, I don't want to talk to you. You want to how dare you? You know what I mean? That's how they are. They're cunning. Esau's a cunning hunter. He's cunning. That's why did y'all just get back from Mass? What y'all just get back from? Dinner? Okay, so let me ask you a question, right? How are you able to enjoy dinner in America? Who had to die for you to enjoy dinner? Uh-oh. Now you got to think about it. Now you're starting to feel guilty. Damn, hundreds of millions of Americans had to die so I can enjoy the luxuries that come with living in America. The luxuries that come with being a so-called white man in a white world, in a white society, right? So matter of fact, give me Psalm 73. Go ahead.
This is Psalm chapter 73, verse 8. They are corrupt.
They are what?
They are corrupt.
The so-called white man is corrupt. There's nothing more corrupt than him. That's why You even going back to, give me that not of Cain who was of that wicked one, right? John, go ahead.
They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression.
They speak wickedly concerning oppression. That's why we ask all these white people out here, how do you feel about what white people have done to Native Americans? How do you feel about what white people have done to you? See, they don't care, man. They don't give a damn. They just want to walk down the streets of Dallas, Texas, and walk on Native American bones. And feel and just have a nice rare, medium rare steak with all the blood in it still. You might as well go to a cow and bite it. That's how these so-called white people like their steaks. They eat the hearts, man. Right? But that's what we have to live with as so-called blacks. That's the plight of our people in America, having to live amongst these thieves, amongst these murderers, amongst these pigs.
Okay. I was like,
Right? Hey, you're a bunch of thieves, man. I'm talking about the so-called white people. That's right. Go ahead.
They are corrupt. They speak wickedly concerning oppression. Oppression.
Please read it again.
They are corrupt. They speak wickedly concerning oppression.
Yeah, here it is. I don't care. I don't know. It's not important to me. And even our own people, they don't give a damn. Then you count in 44. You know why they don't give a damn? Because they've been trained not to give a damn. They've been forced not to give a damn. Right? They weren't even allowed to read at one point. You so-called white people, you wouldn't even let us read, man. But here now we're allowed to read the Bible, and you can be cut to the damn heart. And that's we weren't even allowed to read. You had a 500-year head start on this thing here, and they've just been able to read. And now we take a book and we read the book and we cut you. Okay, so we're going to be cutting you with, well, I'm not going to incriminate myself, right? But go ahead.
Fine, this book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 12. Not as Cain,
I'll reach out up.
verse 10. And this, the children of the Most High are manifest, and the children of the devil.
Of the what?
Of the devil.
Of the what?
Of the devil.
Of the what?
Of the devil. Whosoever doeth not righteousness.
Whosoever doeth not righteousness.
Is not of the Most High.
Is not of the Most High.
Neither he that loveth not his brother.
Right, but guess what? We got some of our own people that don't love righteousness, that hate their brothers. So guess what? They're also children of the devil because they're of their father, the devil. They want to love the so-called white man. They want to be like him in every way. Go ahead.
For this is the message that ye heard from the beginning, that we should love one another.
That we should love one another. Who was that told to? Who was that told to? The children of Israel. That's Leviticus 19 chapter 17 verse, telling you who John's writing to. Go ahead.
Not as Cain.
Not as Cain.
Who was of that wicked one.
He's of that wicked one. Go ahead.
And slew his brother.
And did what?
And slew his brother.
And did what?
Slew his brother.
He slew his brother. Give me Sirach 12 chapter 10 verse. And why did he kill his brother? Because he was envious. The same way you so-called white people, you kill us today, you're envious. I remember the sergeant Shamar, he was telling brothers what, that the boss of his job, this man's a billionaire. And what he wanted to do, he just wanted to be able to dunk the basketball. You think these characters ever dunk a basketball? The only thing they dunk is a damn donut.
White man can't jump.
White man can't jump. White man can't sing. White man can't cook. What the hell can the white man do except kill, rape, murder, destroy? Go ahead.
And wherefore slew he him? Because his own works were evil.
His own works were evil. Go ahead.
And his brothers righteous.
His brothers righteous. Because remember, when you go back to the offering that Cain gave versus the offering that Abel made. But you want to get mad at it? What the hell did Abel do? He just gave a better offering than you, dummy. And what is so-called black people? What do we ever do to deserve what we have in America?
Right.
What did we ever do to you? Oh, you stole the birthright. You listen, man. You got finessed. That's what happened. It was of the Most High God. Let me tell you something, man. That's how you know we're dealing with so-called black people. Because we be jugging in the world. We be jugging people on the left-hand side, right? But listen, the white man got jugged. First of all, he'd be getting jugged for like a $30 gram or something stiff, right? Getting jugged like that. But now you. Let me tell you something, Esau. You got jugged for the kingdom of heaven, bro. That's great. You suck, man. Go ahead.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 1, verse 4.
Yeah.
Children in whom was no blemish.
Was no blemish. Go ahead.
But well favored and skillful in all wisdom.
Skillful in all wisdom. But they want you just a bunch of dumb niggas, you this, you that. Once upon a time, we weren't just a bunch of dumb niggas, man. Even the Babylonians knew it at this time during David. Right? Or the Persians like, rather. Go ahead.
And cunning in knowledge. And understanding science.
Understanding what?
Science. And such as had ability in them to stand in the king's palace, and whom they might teach the learning and the tongue of the Chaldeans.
Right, even the tongue of the Chaldeans. When you go into the story of Daniel, he was getting he was giving the breakdowns of various things that nobody else could break down. Remember they started lying to him? They started lying to the king? The king was like, no, you're lying. So I'm gonna kill y'all. Y'all are lying to me. Then Daniel had to do it to save his people, right? What
What you got? Yeah, give me Sirach 12:10. Then give me Sirach 44. Give me Sirach 44.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
No, they're cool sometimes.
Never trust thine enemy.
Never trust your enemy. Go ahead.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
So as iron rested, so is his wickedness. Continue on.
Though he humble himself.
Though he humble himself, like the so-called white man loves to do. Oh, that was back in the past. Oh, that's peace, love, joy, and happiness. And I find it ironic he said that right next to a Catholic church. Because that's the same thing that damn Catholic bishop going to tell you. Peace, love, and happiness. Meanwhile, he's going to turn around and touch on little boys. Right? And they want to hold confession. Listen, you saw white boy. Listen, I want to have a confession with Esau. And just listen, you got to tell me everything. Listen,
tell me your thoughts.
Oh, no, they're thoughts. Listen. If their works are bad, imagine the stuff that they try to do. No, I can't do that. I can't have sex with that dog today. No, stop. What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
Take good heed, beware of him. Look at him. Pay attention. Go ahead. What's that word? Scope him down? Scope him out. You gotta scope out these damn crackers, man. Scopeo. Scope them. What is scopeo in the Greek? Let's go back to you scope someone out. You look at him. Go ahead.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass.
Like if you wipe a looking glass, it's all foggy, and when you start to wipe it, wait a minute, I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. Go ahead.
and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away.
His rust ain't altogether been wiped away. Here it is, you think, oh, because black people, I don't see him getting lynched. What you do see him getting lynched? Cut the brother part out. You got a brother getting lynched 2 damn weeks ago. You so-called white people are lynching black people in 2018.
That's right.
Yeah, we're still hanging from trees. And if we ain't hanging from trees, we're getting shot in the goddamn streets. Right? Or you'll kill our children in the damn womb at Planned Parenthood. Or we'll die because of the drugs you put in our communities. All these various mechanisms that you so-called white people have to kill blacks and Hispanics, you must pay for it. This has not passed. You're still the damn devil.
That's right.
You're still the wicked. You're still Esau, and you still need to go into slavery.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee.
Yeah, don't even bring him near you, lest when he overthrow you, go ahead.
He stands up in thy place.
He stands up in your place, and that's what happens to our people all the goddamn time. Want to hang out with these damn crackers. Meanwhile, they plotting on you the whole time. Do you think white people hang out with black people because they actually like them? You have something they want. A lot of times they want your life. Go ahead.
Neither let him sit at thy right hand.
Why would you have a cracker sitting at your right hand? I wouldn't even have the devil sit. I mean, that is the devil. I wouldn't even have the spiritual demon Satan sit at my right hand. Let alone the cracker. Go ahead.
Lest he seek to take thy seat.
To take thy seat. And that's what? Guess what? All the way back to King Saul. What happened in 1 Samuel, the 15th chapter? The Most High told Saul to utterly blot out the remembrance of Amalek, to completely destroy them. Well, no, he wanted to spare a couple. He wanted to spare, you know what I mean? Spare some rats, right? And now what happened? Now they're in our lands. Now they're, exactly, that's the point. They're sitting in our seat right now. And guess what? So-called tribe of Gad, all the tribes, really. What happened? The white man came here on hands and knees. I don't know how to grow. They couldn't even grow a goddamn potato. They couldn't grow anything. So what do the so-called Americans do? They taught them agriculture. They taught them how to grow and live off the lands. What did the white man give them in return? A sword in their back.
That's right.
A dagger in their back. And what do they do in 2018? A bullet in the back of the head. A bullet in the back. That's what you so-called white people was. And that's what you must pay. Go ahead.
And thou, at the last, remember my words.
And then you remember, oh, damn, I was told. This is a book of wisdom, of instructions, of advice. This is what you need to do. And if you don't do it, you're going to die. Right? Go ahead.
And be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
Who's going to pity a snake charmer when he gets bit by a snake? Or who's going to pity someone that gets bit by a lion when they stick their damn hand in the lion cage? Go ahead. Or who's going to pity someone? I remember I used to do all the time. My mom said, my dad told me, don't touch that. It's hot. You're going to burn yourself. Ow, I burned myself, started crying. See, I told you. And guess what? Brothers been told us to stop messing with the so-called white man. Stop messing with the so-called white man. She don't look any kind of good any goddamn way.
That's right.
Go ahead.
or any such as come nigh wild beasts.
Or who's going to pity someone that comes near a wild beast? And that's what you so-called white people are. You're a bunch of beasts. You're a bunch of wild damn beasts. You act like a beast. We had to teach you, the Moors had to teach you how to damn bathe. You came crawling out the caves, didn't even know how to bathe. Hey, Alzar, you need to bathe, boy. That's what the white man is. You need to learn how to bathe. Well, we had to tell, you crackers are so damn disgusting. We had to tell you to take a shower. You kidding me? Go ahead.
So one that goes to a sinner,
To a what?
To a sinner,
Go ahead.
to a sinner, and is defiled with him in his sin.
All right, and guess what? Our people have been defiled amongst the sinners. What is a sinner? Can you drop that? Get to like 40.1, right? Because when the Bible speaks about sinners, our people can be sinners, of course. But there is a man of sin. There is the chief sinner on the earth. Who is that? So-called white man. That's right. That's who is the chief sinner. That is who the devil is. That is who the man of sin is. So you got that? Thessalonians.
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come.
That day shall not come, go ahead.
Except there come a falling away first.
A falling away first. Our people losing their nationality, not knowing where the hell they are. Go ahead.
And that man of sin.
That what?
Man of sin.
That what?
Man of sin.
That man of sin, go ahead.
Be revealed.
Who is that man of sin be revealed? Let's see if our people know. Hey, excuse me, sir. Who do you think is the most evil people on planet Earth right now? White people.
That's right! That's right!
The man of sin is being revealed. The man of sin is being revealed. Who's the man of sin? You cracker, you cracker, you cracker, you cracker.
That's right.
All right, you're the man of sin. Go ahead.
The son of perdition.
The son of perdition. Man, listen, our people know. Our people know the white man's the devil. All right, my daddy told me, listen, my daddy got with all kinds of white women. He still straight. When he said, son, that's my role, the white man's the devil. He said, whenever I get in trouble, he said, son, what I tell you about hanging with them crackers? See that? We all know he's the devil, but some of us are just too scared to admit it. We want to, maybe he'll change. You know, he's the devil, but, you know what I mean? Let's try to make him nicer. Give me, can I let him change his spots? Give me that Ecclesiastes. Then give me that Sirach 44. Go ahead.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 44 from the top. Let us now praise famous men.
No, 41, Sirach 41. The children of sinners are abominable children. And then give me that Ecclesiastes. I want to say it's the 8th chapter, right? Because, yes, Ecclesiastes. Can 11 change the spots? Jeremiah, get that barbershop, right? Get that. Okay, get that first, right?
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 41, verse 5. The children of sinners.
The children of what?
The children of sinners.
So we just read about the man of sin. So the children of sinners, go ahead.
Are abominable children.
Are what?
Abominable children.
What are white children?
Abominable children.
What are they?
Abominable children.
They're people in whom you should love.
Abominable children.
Go ahead.
And they that are conversant in the dwelling of the ungodly. The inheritance of sinners.
The inheritance of sinners. America is the inheritance of you so-called white people, which really is the inheritance of the tribe of Gad, but you stole it. So now it belongs to you, right? The inheritance of sinners. Go ahead.
The inheritance of sinners, children shall perish.
Shall what?
Shall perish.
America shall what?
Shall perish.
All these, because really, when you go to the inheritance of Esau, the scripture is saying in Obadiah, they the south shall possess the mount of Esau. So you don't really have anything. What you can have, what will allow you to have, is some goddamn caves in the middle of nowhere. Right? If you know what I mean? That's where you belong, you so-called white people. You belong in a goddamn cave. Go ahead.
And their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach. Their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach.
A perpetual reproach. And that's why America will be a perpetual desolation. That's right. Go ahead.
The children will complain of an ungodly father.
Read that again.
The children will complain of an ungodly father.
The children will complain of an ungodly father. I didn't do it. It was my ancestors. They're complaining of an ungodly father. The children of sinners will complain of an ungodly father. Oh, they'll try to put the blame on their ancestors as if you don't reap the benefits of what your ancestors have done.
Right.
Because here it is, okay, you acknowledge you have some people, these liberals, they have white guilt and they know what they've done wrong. But okay, go back to the case of Europe. Bet you ain't gonna do it. I guarantee they don't do it because they love what their ancestors have done. What their ancestors have done have enabled them and have given them the right to live, for their right in their eyes, to live in America and prosper in all its ways. To be able to walk the streets of Dallas, Texas, which belongs to Mexico, and be able to go to sleep that night. right? Because you white people your ass backwards. So hold that. Give me that Jeremiah.
God, this book of Jeremiah, chapter 13, verse 23. It says, can the Ethiopian change his skin?
Can the Ethiopian change his skin?
Or the leopard his spots?
Can a leopard change his spots?
Then may ye also do good.
May ye also do good.
That are accustomed to do evil.
And who's more accustomed to do evil than the so-called white man? That's right. Who does more evil? Who kill more people? And listen, I got. Let me tell you something. I got courtside seats to the next Dallas Mavericks game. Whoever can tell me what people on earth have slaughtered more people than these so-called white people. Because we're not even talking about the heathen that you killed. Let's talk about the children of Israel you killed. Let's just put that into number real quick, right? 100 million so-called black people, 77 million Native Americans, upwards of 50 million Hispanics, and that's just from
Well, they say
23 million,
so
right?
100 of each kingdom.
100 of each kingdom, 200 million bodies, and that's just from the 15th century to now. That's just from the 15th century to now. We ain't even going back what the Romans did. We're not even going back what the Greeks did. You see what I'm saying? We're not even doing what the so-called white man did when the Babylonians came to destroy Jerusalem when they first started. Remember when they said raise and raise even to the foundation thereof? They were going and killing Jakes too. So we're just talking about for about 500 years, you've killed about 200 million people. You tell me you gotta pay for that? You see that? Ain't counting. 200 million plus. 2 million just on the way over here, man. What you got?
God, this book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and 1.
Yeah.
Woe to thee that spoilest.
Woe to thee that spoilest. Go ahead.
And thou wast not spoiled.
And you weren't spoiled, Esau. When the tribe of Gad welcomed you crackers over here, you weren't spoiled. You were taught how to live off the land. You were taught agriculture. You were taught how to farm. You were taught how to bathe. Go ahead.
And dealt this treacherously.
And dealt treacherously. Who's dwelt more treacherously than you damn devils, man? Let me make this very clear. When I say devils or say wicked, I'm talking about you so-called white people.
Right.
You Europeans, you Caucasians, you Caucasoids, you beasts. What is the planet? The beast man.
That's right.
Right? All those various. Let me tell you something. You want to talk about bywords for the children of Israel? You know how many bywords we're going to have for the so-called white man in the kingdom? Give me Jeremiah, Deuteronomy 32 and 7. No, 37. Stop. You got to hit myself. Give me Jeremiah 37. Deuteronomy 32. 37.
Deuteronomy chapter, Isaiah chapter 33 verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealtest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee.
When has the children of Israel ever dealt treacherously with you? We tried. Remember Jacob when he saw Esau. Remember he gave him a hug. But wait a minute. Everything I thought was squashed right there. Oh, okay. You gave him a hug. Remember he was crying. He was crying. And kissed him, right? But now these so-called white people, now you want to go and murder everybody. I thought, you want to talk about being a backstabber. You're still a backstabber. Everything was supposed to be squashed back then. But you so-called white people, you're so goddamn evil and disgusting. You're so repugnant. I'm talking about you, yes. You're so repugnant. You're a disgusting, vile race of people.
That's right. What
the hell you are. Go ahead.
God, when thou shalt cease to spoil,
when you cease to spoil,
thou shalt be spoiled.
Thou shalt be spoiled. That's what's coming to America, being spoiled.
The whole backstabber thing, that's where the term comes from. For the Roman, they used to literally stab people in the back.
You see that?
They invented the term.
You invented the term, devil. You are the OG backstabber.
That's right.
You're the original backstabber.
That's right.
Okay, and guess what? We're not gonna stab you in the back. You're gonna know it's us.
That's right.
All right? Like CML said, everybody gonna know it's us. Okay, go ahead.
And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
Yeah, we're gonna deal treacherously with you.
That's right.
Well, that's how we're gonna do. We're gonna reward you as you rewarded us. And happy shall he be that gets to do that. And we're gonna take pleasure in destroying you people as thou hast destroyed us. Give me microphone 13. Here's an example of what that looks like. Give me Isaiah, what do you want? No, Deuteronomy 30. Matter of fact, John, give me Isaiah the 2nd chapter. Right? Because what the Most High God's going to do, like I was saying earlier, he's going to have a total shift of the world powers that be. Because it's like Psalm 82 and 5 says, the whole earth is out of course. Why? Because the wicked are in rulership.
That's right.
The so-called white man has flipped the earth upside down. And what are we here to do? To restore balance on the earth. Because you so-called white people, you have totally shifted the balance of the earth. Right? I mean, just look at it, man. You want this guy to roll over you any longer? You want a homosexual to roll over you.
Right.
You want to wear a coochie on your damn outfit. What's up? He
said Sodom.
Oh, Sodom. I said Sodom. Right? But go ahead.
God, this book of Micah, chapter 4, verse 13. Arise and thrush.
Arise and what?
And thrush.
And what?
And thrush.
Uh-huh.
O daughter of Zion.
Oh, who?
O daughter of Zion.
So this is what the revolution looks like, okay? The nation of Israel destroying the heathen. Go ahead.
For I will make thine horn iron.
I'll make your horn iron.
And I will make thy hooves brass.
Uh-huh.
And thou shalt beat in pieces.
Thou shalt what?
Beat in pieces.
You're gonna love.
Beat in pieces.
It's gonna listen. God, you're gonna light to the Gentiles.
Beat in pieces.
Uh-huh.
Many people.
Oh, but wait a minute. Light to the Gentiles. Let's get light to the Gentiles. Give Isaiah 60. What would you got? Give me Isaiah 60. Let's just see what this whole light to the Gentiles thing is talking about. Let's see if it's this inclusive society and everybody's equal and light the Gentiles being I love everybody. Right? So keep going.
And I will consecrate their gain unto the Lord.
I will consecrate their gain unto the Lord. That's so funny to me, bro. Go ahead.
And their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth.
You see that? So remember, we ransacked Egypt. So guess what? We're going to go in the other kingdoms and we're going to take their stuff too. Because really the whole earth was made for our sakes.
That's right.
The whole earth was made for our sakes. So the gold that, where is it, Fort Knox? There ain't no gold in Fort Knox. Well, let's say there was some gold in Fort Knox. It don't belong to you, cracker. It belongs to us.
Right. That's
Right. Okay, and guess what? The same way we had to lay bricks, we're going to lay gold in building our kingdom. Okay? Give me that Isaiah 60. Yeah, the Gentiles. Yes.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 3. And the Gentiles,
The
Gentiles,
Go ahead.
and the Gentiles shall come to thy light.
To thy light. There's the light to the Gentiles. Everybody reads about the Bible. It's Israel. They're a light to the Gentiles. Go ahead.
And kings to the brightness of thy rising.
And that's why, real quick, when you read Isaiah, the 14th chapter, you read about Lucifer, right? And Lucifer's not Satan's father. And Lucifer means light bearer. Who bears the light in this society? The so-called white man. That's why everybody wants to rush to what the white man does. That's why everybody wants to come to America. Because they're the same way, what is it, like a flea, no, it's a fly catcher I'm thinking about. Right, it comes in and zaps it. Yeah. Right? That's the light that America is. That's their Lucifer. Everyone comes running to them and they get zapped. They bear the light in this world, but we're going to bear the light in the kingdom of heaven. But what does that entail? Keep going.
Lift up thine eyes round about and see all they gather themselves together. They come to thee. Thy sons shall come from far.
So all the peoples are coming unto us. Go ahead.
The sons shall come from far.
Chapter verse 10.
Okay. Verse 10. And the sons of strangers.
The sons of strangers. These are the Gentiles. Go ahead.
The sons of strangers shall build up thy walls.
So what?
Build up thy walls.
What are they going to do?
Build up thy walls.
What are they going to do?
Build up thy walls.
So guess what? I'm going to build the wall, yeah, but not that wall, the one in the kingdom. Yeah. We're going to start that. Listen, let me tell you something. You don't have to make America great again. We're going to have to make Israel great again and have the kingdom. That's right. We're going to say, listen, build the wall, build the wall. I'm going to walk around
Trump's going to be the man
build the wall.
Get bread out there.
That's right. And Trump, how ironic is that going to be? Trump build the wall. I want Trump to build the wall, man. I want Trump to build the wall. The wall in the kingdom of heaven, man. That's right. You're going to build that wall, you so-called white people.
That's right.
That's right. About build the wall around America. How about we build a wall around you crackers so you can stop killing everybody?
That's right.
Right? Like, I can't remember who it was, but he said if you put a bunch of homosexuals on the island, I'm going to just visit them after 50 years, they're not going to be there anymore. Listen, tell you something right now. If you put a bunch of white people, all of so-called white people on the earth, on one island, and build a wall around them, they're going to kill each other. In about, I don't know, maybe 5, 10 years, you know what I'm saying? They're all in
8 years?
Days?
You making it stretch.
Hours?
To build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee.
Yeah. Wait a minute, I thought, right to the Gentiles. Their kings are, you're going to build the wall. Come on, man. Go ahead, you're going to minister unto us.
For in my wrath I smote thee.
In his wrath, he smote us.
But in my favor have I had mercy on thee.
But in favor have I had mercy on thee. Give me Isaiah 41, go ahead.
Therefore thy gates shall be open continually.
Yeah, see, they're going to be open continually so all people can come and we're all going to have a big tea party. It's going to be radical, bro. This is what the white man says, right? Go ahead.
They shall not be shut day nor night.
Why aren't they going to be shut day or night? Are they gonna be shut? So Sally, but these Negroes are gonna have Becky on their damn hip, so Becky can come in the New Jerusalem? Hell no. Go ahead.
Let me shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces, the forces
of what?
Of the Gentiles.
So yeah, our gates aren't gonna be shut. So you can bring us your gold, bring us your diamonds. That's why. So our gates are not gonna be shut. So you can bring us all your riches. Okay, there's your light to the Gentiles. Congrats. You get to be our slaves. Congratulations, you guys get to be our slaves.
That's right.
Congratulations. All right, we're gonna put you on a damn workout plan. All right, you're on a damn path bar. Go ahead. Hold on, get wherever you want. Here, go ahead.
And that their kings may be brought for the nation,
for the nation, right?
And kingdom that will not serve thee.
The people that don't want to bow down. This guy says you will bow down. Right. It's by force or whether, you know, a so-called white man or woman that just feels the need to bow down. Listen, we ain't forcing none of you crackers to bow down right now. We don't need to. Right. Because you're going to bow down. And if you don't bow down, go ahead.
For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee
shall what?
Shall perish.
Shall what?
Shall perish.
Shall what?
Shall perish.
You so-called white, but if you don't want to bow down, you're going to perish. That's right. And you also read, is that on that? Go ahead.
Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted.
They shall be utterly wasted. So let me ask you a question. Excuse me. You see that? They should be honored that a God on the earth would even acknowledge it.
That's right.
Let me tell you something right now. If I'm in the kingdom of heaven and I say white boy and they don't acknowledge me, oh, sorry, I'll say slave, Esau. And they'll acknowledge me. Hey man, off with your head, man. You gotta go.
Let's try again.
You're a malfunction, right? You weren't raised right. You weren't brought up right. Something wrong with you. You just gotta be done away with, so people don't look at you and start to take after your ways. Right? Go ahead.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 44. And in the days of these kings, and in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom.
What kind of kingdom is this? Is it going to be the Rainbow Coalition, the Spain, is that what it's going to be? This is going to be the damn Lion King. All the damn animals are living together, right? I see a damn lion. I see a zebra next to a lion, and they're just cool, just kicking it, right? Hell no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
The God of heaven shall set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people.
Right, and when I say lion and give the analogy with lion and with these animals, I'm talking about people, right? Because I gave the analogy with the Lion King. Because, of course, you know, you read about the description of the animals doing peace together, right? That's another thing. Because the peoples are not, well, technically we're going to be doing peace, because if you don't, we're just going to kill you.
Yeah,
okay?
right.
So there's going to be enforced peace. There's going to be harmony on earth, because if you don't, we're going to get rid of you. Go ahead.
Shall be left to other people.
Is that so bad? Just worship God and, pay back what you've done. There's not going to be war anymore. Right. There's not going to be any death for nation Israel. The other people, you're going to die a terrible death. Go ahead.
But it shall break in pieces and consume all these nations.
So wait a minute. If God loves everybody, why is he having... This is my main question, right? When you read the book of Joshua and his conquest of the Levant region, if God loves everybody, why is he allowing what seems to be this just mass murderer in Joshua to go around and kill everybody and cut the king's head off? We're talking about entire peoples, entire groups of people being exterminated in the book of Joshua. Right. But God loves everybody. And I remember, bro, if God loves everybody, why do you get mad at King Saul for not killing all that? Okay, you didn't kill them all good, because I was tripping that day, you know what I mean? I was mad at Amalek, the offering they gave me was right, so I wanted them all dead. But it's a good thing that, you knew that aforetime, didn't kill them all. No, he wanted them all dead, he got mad, he didn't kill them all. We should have killed them. If we wouldn't have had it going, listen, there would have been no so-called Jewish man to fund the slave trade if King Saul would have just taken care of business. Right? But go ahead.
But it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
For what?
Forever.
No, it's going to be taken down.
Forever.
The United States of America is the vanguard for justice, and we will not allow these crazy Negroes to take over the earth. Read it again. How long?
Forever.
Forever. So nothing these so-called white people can do. Nothing that, what do they call them? What is it they call them? The something line? It's these crackers on the far right. It's like I don't know, to hell with them. They're going to die anyway. right? Not these nationals, but they have a specific name. I'm thinking of. I can't remember. But get Isaiah 41. What are you looking for? Okay, go ahead.
All right, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 17, verse 16.
Yeah.
For he said, because Yahweh have sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek.
So if God loves everybody, why is he swearing that he's going to have war with an entire group of people? How long?
From generation to generation.
So wait a minute. God loves everybody, but he's going to war with an entire group of people. That doesn't make any sense. Go ahead. That's it on that. Give me go Isaiah 41, start at the top.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 41, and verse 1. Keep silence before me, O islands, and let the people renew their strength. Let them come near, then let them speak. Let us come near together to judgment. Who raised up the righteous man from the east, called him to his foot.
Give me where you at? Someone got a light on their phone? Where's Isaiah 41? Right there, jump to verse. Start at verse 10.
Verse 10. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power.
I am thy power. Go ahead.
I will strengthen thee.
1 second. Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all got time for a question? A simple question. That's what I don't like about that. None of these crackers got time for anything except to walk up and down the streets on stolen ground. Go ahead.
Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Behold, all they that were incensed against thee.
All they that were incensed against thee. Who was incensed against us? All the heathens. Go ahead.
Shall be ashamed.
Shall be what?
Ashamed.
Shall be what?
Ashamed.
What's this guy gonna be?
Ashamed.
What's he gonna be?
Ashamed.
He should already be ashamed. Look at him. I would walk around with a bag over my head if I looked like him. He should already be ashamed. Okay? Give me so matter of fact, we should keep going here. Go ahead.
And confounded.
Psalm 79, 6 and 7. Go ahead.
They shall be as nothing.
They shall be as what?
They shall be as nothing.
As what?
As nothing.
What's these devils gonna be as?
As nothing.
What's this decrepit bastard gonna be as?
As nothing. And they that strive with thee shall perish.
Shall what?
Shall perish.
So the Most High God's going to destroy these nations for our sake, right? Well, for really His name's sake, so that His name is included, because He had an oath. He made an oath to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob to destroy the heathen for our sake, to give us the land. And what must He do in order to get the land and destroy the heathen? So go ahead.
Verse 12. Thou shalt seek them and shalt not find them.
We're going to seek them, but not find them. We're going to look the same way Job, I want to say it's the 20th or 21st chapter says, we're going to seek them diligently, but we're not going to find them. Hey, what's going on, King? I got a question for you. What's your nationality? Why? Because I want to know if you know who you are. Yeah, I know who I am. Do you know who you are? I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Levi. How can the Bible tell you so? I don't know. We'll get that in a second, but I want to know if you know who you are. Listen, I will gladly answer that. I just want to know if you know who you are. I'm going to ask you a question.
You're asking me a question?
Yes, sir.
You
No, I want to know. You're right. I'm inquiring if you know who you are.
I mean, why do you ask a question?
Listen, you're not required to do anything. I'm asking you as a fellow black man. You should have enough respect me as a black man in America to answer my question. Oh, for a second, right. Right. Okay, so you want me to prove who I am, and then you'll tell me who you are. Sure? We have agreement, right? Y'all can just walk up the street. Perfect. Cool. You meet Deuteronomy 33rd chapter. Right? I'm going to show you who I am according to this Bible. According to this Bible, we, this people you stand before you, are the Israelites.
Before you go on,
Yeah?
let's speak first.
Okay. Appreciate the advice, King. All right, brother. Well, you're not a stranger to me. You're my brother. Listen, I'm a black man. You're a black man. Listen, you're my brother. Just because I don't know you, I know what you go through. I know what you've been through. The same things we go through every day. So I don't need to know who you are specifically. You see what I'm saying?
I didn't know that.
Right. Okay. Right. Right. Like such as what? Like what? Could you explain it? Okay. So-called black.
So-called black.
Right.
That's a color.
Right, exactly.
It's not a race.
Exactly. I agree. So that's why I asked you who you are.
city and city complaints and
Right.
stuff.
Okay, I understand. I agree. That's why I asked you. That's why I asked you what's your nationality, because, okay, for example, I asked you, let's say you said you were black. I would say, okay, well, brother, your shirt is black, you're not black. So now, like the layers you mentioned, I would try to unravel the layers as to, okay, who really are we? Because we're not black. We're not African Americans. Who are we really? So that's what I'm trying to ask you. So you wanted me to prove who I am first, then you'll tell me who you are, right? Why do I think you prove who I am? Because you would say, and I understand why you say it, because how are you going to teach me who I am if you don't know who you are? Is that what you're asking? Basically? Partially, right? Okay, that's fine. So you want me to prove that I know what I'm talking about?
Do you agree with this?
And what do you mean?
Because you a particular black male on that street,
okay,
does not necessarily constitute the fact that you can do something mental.
Okay.
On particular level.
Okay. I understand. I'm going to see if I understand what you're
What
saying.
I'm saying though is I understand why you're asking me the question.
Right.
The only reason I ask you the question so that I'm sure that you understand what I'm doing.
Okay, perfect. I understand. All right, brother. No problem. No problem. So give me that Deuteronomy 33 and around 7. Yeah,
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33, verse 8. And of Levi, he said,
Levi. Who is Levi? A child of Jacob, child of Israel. One of the 12 patriarchs who would then come the Levites. Go ahead.
let thy Thummim and thy Urim be with thy Holy One.
Be with thy Holy One, because when you look at the children of Levi, they are the priests. So it said, let thy Urim and thy Thummim be with thy Holy One, because it's supposed to be with the Most High God. And when you go into the Urim and Thummim, it's basically like almost like a crystal ball. Something that the children of Levi would use, right? Go ahead.
Whom thou didst prove to Massa, and with whom thou didst strive at the waters of Meribah, who said unto his father and to his mother, I have not seen him.
Right, because when you go into the history with the children of Levi, when there was a golden calf made, Moses said, who is for the Most High God? All the children of Levi gathered themselves together and killed even some of their own people because they didn't want to worship in the golden calf, right? So go ahead.
Neither did he acknowledge his brethren, nor knew his own children.
Right, weren't partial to anybody. Go ahead.
For they have observed thy word and kept thy commandments. They shall teach Jacob thy judgments and Israel thy laws.
Keep going.
They shall put incense before thee and whole burnt sacrifice upon thine altar.
Now when we see on, it said, let thy Urim and thy Thummim be with thy Holy One. Now we see on the left-hand side, because it said it's supposed to be with the Holy One, but on the left-hand side, we see the Haitians, right? Haitian people, we use things like voodoo, right? That's left-handed side, that's wickedness, because the Urim and Thummim is supposed to be with the Holy One, but we use wickedness, that's the left-handed side. Go ahead.
Bless Lord his substance and accept the work of his hands.
Right.
Smite through the loins of them that rise against him.
Smite through the loins of those that rise against him. Go ahead.
And of them that hate him, that they rise not again.
That they rise not again. Now, when you go into something called the Haitian Revolution, are you familiar? Slightly, right? Who conquered the Haitian people at first? Who are the Haitians fighting against? The French, right? But remember, during 1804, there was a Haitian Revolution where the French were all exterminated from off the face of the island. Right? So it said, read that last part again.
Back in Deuteronomy 8 and verse 10.
Verse 3.
That's what stop. 33 and 10. It says, actually verse 11, it says, smite through the loins of them that rise against him, and of them that hate him, that they rise not again.
Right, and the Frenchmen didn't rise again. The French never rose in power like they used to. Because remember, Napoleon, the French was the #1 superpower on the planet Earth. But when they got conquered, when they got defeated by Haiti, they never rose again. That's why Hitler and the Nazis were so easy to come to France and take over Paris, things of that nature. So we see the same things that would happen to the children of Levi happen with the so-called Haitian man. That's also why when you look at the typical name of a Haitian man, was it Jean, right? Or Jean Baptiste, John the Baptist. What tribe is John the Baptist from? Levi. So we see, and you have cities in Haiti called, there's another Jeremiah, right? That prophet Jeremiah, he's a Levite. So we see all these things that will pertain to the children of Levi happening with the Haitians. So we can go throughout this Bible, not just here, all throughout the scriptures, and identify who just my people are as the children of Levi, right? So let me ask you after that. Yes, I'm Haitian, right? So who are you? Who would you identify as? If someone asked you, who are you, what would the first thing you say? A human being. Okay, so what does human mean? It comes from two words, right? Okay, are white people human beings?
Yes.
Okay, the word human, what does it mean? color. Color, right? So during segregation, you had no. The word hue means color. H-U-E, that's color. That's why when you look on a crayon, H-U-E, yeah, that's where human comes from. That's the etymology of the word, hue and man, right? Sure. Yes, I'm sure.
Yeah, positive. But no, go ahead.
Right, but
I've never heard.
okay, that's fine. So back to the segregation, right? You had something called colored water fountains, non-colored water fountains. Colored water fountains belong to who? Non-whites, right? So non-whites identify themselves as non-colored or non-hue. So they can't be human if they're not even hue to begin with. So white people can't be human. You see what I'm saying? So if you claim to be human, and you're trying to include white people, that can't be our identity because you're trying to include white people in that. And we surely don't share the same identity as white people. We do? We share the same identity as white people. Okay. Biologically, again.
Biologically, genetically speaking. Yes.
Okay, again, how human, well, I just showed you this color, and they themselves don't even identify themselves as color.
They made that word up in order to separate the psychological.
So that's you're a human being. Go ahead.
Go back to what the words actually mean.
Yeah.
We're talking about black and white.
Yeah, colored man. That's what the word means.
They're colors that were made up in order to psychologically control you. Okay, black and white is not a race. Okay. They made that up.
So we all fall under the same identity. All people there's no separation, there's no difference in identity whatsoever.
Depending on the context.
Okay, in the context in which we're speaking.
In the context of experience, yes, it's different.
Okay, that's what I'm asking you.
Absolutely, in the context of experience, absolutely.
So who are you in the context of what we're speaking?
Context of experience?
Yes.
The context of experience is probably really different from you because I grew up. I don't know where you grew up.
Let's say I grew up here. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in a small town.
Hillsboro where?
Texas.
Okay. So
I grew up in a cult, a religious cult.
That's how what? What kind of religious cult?
It was Christian.
And what were some of their ideologies?
The basic ideology was cult.
Okay. So why would you call it a cult?
The reason I call it a cult is because of the way they set it up. They're isolated. Some video on the scam. You know, things up there because at about 22, I found out that it was breaking my sister from
That's
probably don't have
in that regard, no, but
that makes me a different person.
I disagree. Just because someone may not have the exact same
Level.
on that level, but generally speaking, us as so-called black men, generally speaking,
Absolutely.
okay.
Totally. The American context of America, before anybody knows who I am, they're going to think that
Okay, that's what. But I'm getting to, like you said, the layers. Okay, so now that we're there, let's start to peel back the layers in which I'm speaking. Right. So who were we before we were called black men?
Depends on where you come from.
Okay. Where do we come from?
It depends on how you have been psychologically, how you have been psychologically taught.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm speaking in actuality, not something that's someone that's forced upon us to think. Like, for example, psychologically,
If you were born in Haiti, you were born under the context of the beliefs and values and principles of that society.
I understand. I'm speaking in reality, not on philosophies that people force on us. Like, okay, certain white people say,
You good.
we were just black people swinging from trees in West Africa. That's a psychological thing that they have taught us and tried to instill in us. That's not reality, of course, right? So in reality, who are we? Before we were called black, what we referred to as? What are we actually?
Refer to, I guess, by whoever was speaking of you.
What do we refer to as ourselves, rather?
In context to the location from which you were from.
Okay, and what location do we come from?
You were born in Haiti.
Prior to that. I'm talking prior to Haiti because we know slaves were
So
brought
it
to
depends
Haiti.
on how far back.
I'm trying to go back, all the way back.
How far back?
I'm trying to go all the way back. Let's say 3,000 years.
Probably from the continent of Africa.
The continent of Africa. Now, Africa, I believe, has 54 countries. Which part of the continent do we come from?
I recently did my DNA. I don't know which part of the came from. According to my DNA, you know where I come from.
So you trust in
West
DNA?
Coast. Not necessarily my whole heart that I'm going to put my life on. There's no reason to do that.
But you just thought it was interesting. Maybe it'll reveal something about you. Okay. Right. So it's funny because I actually had a brother do a DNA test. His dog, he used his dog sample, and they said his dog was 20% Native American. You see what I'm saying? So we don't trust. I don't trust DNA whatsoever. Okay. Right. So if we were on the, we should be on the Western Shore of Africa, maybe. Okay. Well, I want to say it's prior. Was it prior to one of the 1200s? There weren't any civilizations on the Western Shore.
700 AD. There was no civilization.
There was no civilization prior to 700 AD in the Western Shore of Africa. So we can't, 3,000 years ago, been in the Western Shores of Africa. And prior to 700 AD, there were no civilizations on the Western Shore of Africa. So where would we be?
Absolutely. I totally agree.
Okay. Okay, so we're there. So where were we before? You don't know. That's what we're here to teach. Now we finally arrived at where I want to go.
You're here to teach me something that I don't know.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to teach you who you are according to this Bible right here.
How did you know that how do you convince me that is where I should live?
That by the Bible is the way you should live? Let me show you something, right? Give me Deuteronomy 28. Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68.
Now you're familiar with the children of Israel. You read the Bible, right? Children of Israel, right? Perfect. Go ahead.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now, have the Israelites ever been brought to the land of Egypt in Northeast Africa again via ship? No, there would be no need to, because remember, they walked from Egypt. They walked on lands from Egypt to the Promised Land, right? So why there would be no need for a ship? So this can't be speaking of a literal Egypt. Go ahead.
With ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again.
We wouldn't see Egypt again. That proves again it's not speaking about a literal land of Egypt, because it says we wouldn't see Egypt again. The Egypt that, remember, this is Deuteronomy 28. This is right after the Exodus. So he said we wouldn't see that Egypt again. It's speaking of the spiritual Egypt. Go ahead.
And there
in this Egypt, the spiritual Egypt, go ahead.
Ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
You're going to be sold to your enemies. Go ahead.
For bondmen.
For bondmen. What's bondmen synonymous with slave man? Go ahead.
For bondmen and bondwomen.
And slave women. Go ahead.
And no man shall buy you.
And buy you. Buy is the old Quaker term meaning redeemed. So it said we would be brought to a place via ship, put on, sold into our enemies for slave man and slave woman. So we can clearly see according to this Bible.
What does it mean that no one will buy you?
No man, buy means redeem. When you go into the Hebrew word, buy, redeem. No one will redeem us. Who has saved us? We've had people try to save us, right? Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, right? But no one has truly saved us because we're still getting murdered in the streets. We just had a brother, in, I believe it was Ferguson, he got lynched 2 weeks ago. So no one redeemed us. Who has to redeem us? The Lord has to redeem us. So no man will redeem us. The Lord has to redeem us. You see what I'm saying? So in this place, it said, remember this, it said we would be, it said, first of all, it said in Egypt. You look at the back of $1 bill, what do you see? You see an Egyptian pyramid. When you go to Washington, you see the Washington Monument and then the obelisk. You see what I'm saying? This is Egypt again. It said you brought to Egypt, sold to your enemies via slave ship, and then brought here as slaves. Who has that happened to? Black people in America. That's right. So that's how we can identify who we are, according to this Bible. To answer your question, you see what I'm saying? That's why we believe this, not just this solely, but this coupled with other things is why we believe no, we're the Israelites. There's things like that. You see what I'm saying? Who got a flyer?
God.
Okay,
So,
go ahead.
Been following you guys for a while. I'm not asking you a question. Because I wanted to do a little bit first, okay? Not that you don't understand what you're reading or what you're saying, but once you go back to how you approach the Lord, I have no idea who I am. You really have to internalize it. And here's what I mean by it.
No, I'm listening. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Any black person or any white person to have you psychologically manipulated by you. Right? So you tell me that you know who I am. Immediately put me on.
Set you off?
Absolutely. And throw up a wall.
That would be a nuance, though. That
would be total.
It would be a total.
It would turn me off and I would walk away.
Okay. But like you said, it's a nuance. So
It's enough of a nuance. It's easy to turn away if you try to attract it.
I mean, I can see what you're saying, but I think it's a bit on the extreme side. Because typically, if I ask someone who they are, they're not going to just get turned off by it. You see what I'm saying? Now, certain individuals may, like you said, that's a, huh?
How many people have stopped and listened?
People stop. We had a crowd of at least 25 people. You see what I'm saying? Now, I understand there's a certain, like the saying in the world, right? There's many ways to skin a cat. There are certain ways of approaching the situation. I understand that. And when those nuances approach, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But typically speaking, asking someone and engaging and wondering who they are, I don't think it's going to turn someone off. But I appreciate, you know what I mean, showing me another way of approaching it. You see what I'm saying? Again, when those nuances come, then
My personality
is what?
My personality is
Okay. Okay. All right, no problem.
I'm very
That's good. That's great. Right. So you said you've been following this, right? So where'd you see it, on YouTube or something? Yeah. So you know, what's our group called?
Black Israelites.
Black Israelites. So you followed us specifically, or just?
Not you guys specifically. They've been different groups.
Them right there?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So what have you found out, based on the research you've done, what have you found out so far?
I found out
All praises. What, is there a but?
there is a but.
Okay. I knew it was coming. I knew.
I don't.
Okay. What bits don't you do?
The fact that white people
Okay. When I say human, I don't mean like they're not people, like they're not humanoid. Okay, no, they're not children of God. And now, please let me show you, allow me to show you. Okay, Romans 9. That's fine. Romans 9. Romans 9.
Oh, can I ask you something real quick, brother? So I heard you talk a little bit about your background. You grew up in a cult, Hillsborough, right? Who was the leader of that cult? Nathaniel Campbell. Was black or white? Was it black dude? Was this an all black commune? Or cult basically? That's crazy. I didn't know we had a lot of them. That's the problem.
There aren't a lot of them, but they exist.
See, but well, there are, because when you think about it, like Malachi Z. York, he had, of course, it wasn't biblical based, but it was, you know, whatever Afrocentric ideology. Which, you know, a lot of people, and it's crazy that you're talking about this, because I literally just going into this. There's some new guy that's like following the same type of thing. You see, same format. You know what I mean? And you know, just this personality cult stuff and what it's really about, being a sexual predator and things like that. So I'm sorry to say
Now, you say you don't got much time, right? Because I'm sure what I said was a little off-putting about white people not being children of God. Right. So allow me. We don't just make statements without proving them, right? So let me show you the reason why I say that. Romans 9:10-7.
Romans chapter 9 verse 7.
I'll read it a little louder.
Either because they are the seed of Abraham, are they all children?
Either because they're the seed of Abraham, are they all children? Because remember, Abraham had many sons. He had Ishmael. He had, I want to say, 4 or 5 other sons besides Isaac. Right? Go ahead.
But in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
In Isaac shall thy seed be called. Go ahead.
That is, they which are the children of the flesh.
They which are the children of the flesh.
These are not the children of the Most High.
These are not the children of God. Go ahead, read.
But the children of the promise.
The children of the promise
are counted for the seed.
The children of the promise are counted for the seed. So who are the children of the promise? Matter of fact, don't even just keep going. Just keep going. Yes.
Verse 9. For this is the word of promise.
For this is the word of promise. So we're about to find out who are the children of the promise. Go ahead.
At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this.
Sarah will have a son. Who's Sarah's son? Isaac. Go ahead.
But when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac.
Who was that? Jacob. So you have a patrilineal line, right? Patrilineal versus matriarch. Patrilineal, we deal with the father. So you have Abraham, Isaac, and then, go ahead.
For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil.
Because remember, Rebekah had 2 children in her womb, Jacob and Esau. So it said before the children were even born, before they had done any good nor evil, go ahead.
That the purpose of God
according to election, because election goes into something called predestination. Certain people are predestinated to do certain things and inherit certain things. Others were not. Right? Go ahead.
Might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth.
Not of works, not of things that you've done, but of him that calleth. Who called God, right? Go ahead.
It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger.
Esau shall serve Jacob. Go ahead.
As it is written, Jacob have I loved.
So God loved Jacob. Go ahead.
But Esau have I hated.
Esau have I hated. Now jump up to verse 4 because it mentions something, right? It said the children of the flesh are the children of God, but the children of the promise, they are the children of God. So who are the children of the promise? Romans 9:4.
Verse 4. Who are Israelites.
Who are Israelites. Go ahead.
To whom pertaineth the adoption.
The adoption.
And the glory.
And the glory.
And the covenants.
And the covenants.
And the giving of the law.
And what?
And the service of God.
And
the promises.
So the children of the promises are the Israelites. So if the children, only the children of the promise are the children of God, that means only the Israelites are the children of God. So there's one thing right there. Now allow me to get another one. Hebrews 11.
This is Hebrews 11 and 23. By faith, Moses, when he was born, was hid 3 months of his parents because they saw he was a proper child, and they were not afraid of the king's commandment. 25, verse 25, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God.
So Moses chose rather to suffer affliction with the people of God, the children of God. Go ahead.
Than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a reason, for season.
Right, because Moses could have just said, "Oh no, I'm Egyptian," right, and then not have to go through what he went through. But he chose to suffer affliction with the people of God. Who was the affliction? The Israelites. And then I'm gonna let you say which ones.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 54. And after these Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures.
God made Adam Lord of all the creatures, right?
Of him come we all.
We all come from Adam, right? And I'm sure that's probably one of your main points of contention. We all come from Adam, right?
And come we all. And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
So all people come from Adam, also the people who God chose, the nation of Israel. Yes, that's what I was saying. All people come from Adam, for sure. Right? And if you want to talk about it, we can talk about it. Go ahead.
All of this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake.
He made the world for the children of Israel's sake. Go ahead.
As for the other people,
the non-chosen, go ahead.
Which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing.
They're nothing. Go ahead.
But be like unto spittle.
What's spittle? Spit. So he said all the people outside the chosen nation are like spit. Go ahead.
And hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
And likened like unto them like a drop that falls from a vessel. Like if I'm carrying around a cup of water and I trip a little drop that falls out, am I going to care about the drop? No. It's nothing. It's nothing to me because I have the rest of this water. That's how he views other people. Who would fall into that category? So-called white people fall into that category. They are not the Israelites. Unless you subscribe to the school of thought that white people are the Israelites. Which is another discussion.
Thou shalt say unto Pharaoh,